you go.
And we're good.
Okay, so who wants to start the recap?
Okay.
I don't remember anything.
That's why you would take notes.
I remember Tiff leaving.
Oh, okay, yep. Alright, so we started off... we started off the next morning after we went down to the evil... No, we didn't. We woke up in the morning and we met up with our contact, who was Balaam's amigo, his Cheeto, his friend for life. And he brought us to the Black Market of Serenity Bay, which is Shadow Bay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
We went down there. It just looked like a regular farmer's market. And Nibbles got a little hyper. Was looking for a certain person. Ended up finding a scent from a blood pile on the ground. Walking into a back room and to a library where the scent disappeared. But I did notice undead smell. We stayed there for a couple hours walking around. Had a conversation with a dwarf that was part of the evil Crow gang? Met up with them and then left. Went outside to the recently killed person who was near the circus, who everyone thought that the werewolf killed, which wasn't a werewolf. It was just a half-wolf person. And then, which is technically a werewolf, but yeah. Went there, found the track. Nibbles tracked down to a guy who was inside of an abandoned house, which Tiff apparently knew. They had a discussion. Insults were thrown. She ended up staying with him to have a conversation while the rest of us went to go get more information about what we're going to do. We arrived back with her leaving with so-called person who we found out was her husband at some point.
Boyfriend, but yeah.
Same thing. In this world, boyfriends, husbands, they're the same. Suko tracked her with the owl. She ended up leaving a note on the owl while she left on a boat with him, disappearing from us forever. And then everyone decided to go, but we were worried that the crow or someone was going to do dangerous stuff to the Wren's family. And Nibbles decided to stay so he could get training and not have to worry about biting people and turning them to wear Crocs. And that's where we left off, with you guys getting on a boat and going. Because Suko needed to pick up his Firebird.
Yeah.
Mm.
Take your inspiration.
Yay!
He's inspired.
Alright, so. Any last minute things before you sail off? No? Okay. Let's see.
Really.
It is currently the 20th of Scaros. So it's going to be 29 hours to get from Serenity Bay to Calvren, which I believe is your destination, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that'll put you about noon on the 21st. So you guys set sail. Hang on. I got some music.
So you got music?
Yeah, she got music. She told me she was going to do this.
Using the jukebox.
I am not joining.
Okay, so you guys set sail. And you guys are maybe an hour out. And there's lots of ships coming and going from Serenity Bay. But there's a sloop that, let's see. Balaam would notice first.
I wouldn't notice it even though I'm the captain. He's steering the ship.
It's not coming directly for you, and your perception's lower. So he notices that it is heading pretty much straight for you guys. And something's off about it. And after a moment, he alerts you guys that it doesn't have a flag, which is weird. And Ren, you know that usually means they're pirates and they're trying to not go notice until they're closer. it is heading straight for you guys.
Alright, take positions. This might get very fast.
So you just keep on the same direction, same path, right?
Same path. I tell the group, get ready, shit might hit the fan. I tell the crew that is not willing to fight, get below decks.
Which that's kind of the deal that you've made with them.
Yeah.
So.
Is that the boat's health bar?
That's the boat's health bar.
That's amazing.
Wait, where?
The red line above your
Oh my
ship.
god, Suko, if you've ever had a moment to do something, this is your moment. Like, look
Wait,
at the
way
bottom
up
right of
there.
the map.
What's at the bottom right of the map?
Just look at the bottom right.
The other ship.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Are they raising a flag at all?
Not yet. They get to about 130 feet, 150 feet, and then you guys see them raise a flag. And
I recognize the flag.
You do. It is that of the Reef Dodger. It's a coral skull. So you do know that this is a pirate vessel.
So they're 130 feet from us. Are they friends or?
No, they're not friends.
Okay.
Do you want me to take care of it?
Yes, please.
I slap my hands together and I drop a fireball on top of their deck.
You gotta wait till they get within 120.
Yeah, they need 10 more feet.
They said it was 130, isn't it 150 for? No, 100. Yeah, okay.
120. Because
Right.
I'm gonna do Melf's minute meteors at the same time.
Okay, so as it gets closer, just out of range of your stuff, you see two iron balls go careening towards you guys.
Wait, they have cannons? I thought cannons didn't exist.
No, you did not hear anything. You just see them go shooting out.
What does our little
that big?
what does our little man do?
Well, they're not within range yet.
Yeah. The balls don't hit you. They drop short about 30, 40 feet. Probably warning shots to get you guys to surrender. But you guys get a little closer.
As soon as we're within range, I'm doing most minute meteors.
So I need everyone to roll initiative.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey!
You guys are about to fight a pirate ship.
Well, shit.
You're about to fight pirates, dude.
Well,
Although I rolled
Suko's
that
about
one.
to blow up a pirate ship.
Okay.
Okay.
It's nice to see that he rolled just as shitty as I did.
I'm a horrible deck mage.
I
Yeah.
forgot we had to roll ourselves on here.
Vonnie,
Two
can I
things.
add yours? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll add it.
Let's see here.
I rolled mine outside a game. I forgot you wanted us to roll them in here.
Like I said, it's nice to see that Suko rolled just as shitty as I did.
And by the way, the ship is going to move on the initiative of whoever is steering it at the start.
Okay.
So
I think
that
the
would
one
be
who's
Ren.
steering it. Yeah, I was gonna say Ren. I think is the one steering.
Hey, do we want to ram them? I'll just enlarge the ship.
No.
Did you just say you would enlarge the ship? Can you do that?
It says an object. I would say.
Yes, but this is multiple objects because the rigging is separate from the hull, separate, So
Could be very damaging.
the whole ship.
Okay, first things first, I'm going to roll my portents for the day.
Balaam's still waking up.
Did that roll?
Balaam can't be waking up. He's the one that spotted the ship in the first place.
That passive perception, yo?
Yep.
Okay, apparently... apparently my phone does not like this.
Okay, apparently we're going against someone named Captain Ronos.
Mm-hmm.
Rono.
Okay.
He has a really good initiative.
Ah, better than mine. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay,
At least his
so
crew rolled like shit.
did that roll?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
your others had rolled too. You had a 13 and a 9 because it was advantage.
Yes. Okay. Good. That's what I wanted because that was supposed to be my
Points.
portents. So I will add those to
Bale's
this.
got 19 initiative, so he's ahead of me.
Okay. All right. Do I have everybody's initiative? No. Zuko, Vonnie, Ren. I'm just missing Balaam.
Oh, I wasn't able to click my
19.
token.
He rolled, he just didn't click himself.
Then I will add you. Hang on.
I am unfortunately having to play from my phone because I'm still waiting on my roommate who is driving.
Can you go ahead and add your number?
I don't think he can.
I'm playing on mobile.
Okay,
He's
so
playing on a
you
phone.
really can't do anything. Okay.
Yeah, about the only thing I can do is roll. So
Okay. Good to know.
Can you look at your character sheet?
yes, that's why I'm able to roll.
Okay. Sending order. Booyah. Okay. So. Excuse me. The ship grows closer. Mm-hmm. Make sure I'm counting this right.
Oop, too far.
You guys lied to me. Fireball is 150 feet.
Is it?
Is it?
Yes.
I thought it was 120.
No, it's 150.
Wow.
Wow.
That's insane.
I could have popped him. Damn.
He could have
Okay.
bopped him from way out.
Yeah.
Well, not way out, just a
No,
little bit
before
further
the
than they
last
were now.
move. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so that is ship's turn.
I was gonna say, what's the range on catapult?
90
Catapult.
feet.
90.
Something within 60 feet, and then you can fire that 90 feet out.
Yeah. That's why they were able to shoot it out, but it wasn't going to hit you.
But if it's already 60 feet out, it can still move the full 90, which is funny.
That's when it gets fun. I was reading the spell earlier.
What's the weight limit on it?
5 pounds.
It depends on the caster.
Balaam,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Yes.
Unless if it's at level
let's
2,
see
and then
here.
it's 10 pounds, level 3, 15, so on and so forth.
I'm just double checking the map. We're in the top left corner, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why-
They're 120 feet out from the middle of the ship, at least from me.
Bow to bow is 75.
Okay.
From you, it's 100, 105 feet just to reach the bow.
Double checking range. Actually, you know what? No, what I'm going to do is send Adamai out.
All I can do is sail the ship.
Said 75.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's 100 from you to the ship.
Okay.
75 from bow to bow.
Adamai. No. I'm going to actually hold my action. Oh, duh. I'm an idiot. I'm going to cast Bless on myself, Suko, and Avani.
Okay. So you guys can all put
1d4 to
Icon.
saves and attack rolls.
you guys can all put an icon on your token so that we all remember that you're blessed.
Okay.
And
If it-
then if that's all you got, Ren.
Oh man, I wish I could have kept that last freaking roll of portents. Oh my god,
I know.
that was
Too bad.
ridiculous. Yeah.
All right. I can't really do much of anything
Mm-hmm.
We'll go with this for blast.
except sail the ship.
Okay.
So I'm going to. What's the movement speed for the ship?
Well, let's take a look at the sheet for it.
I will spend the gold to get a cow pusher for our ship so we can ram shit.
Oh, I didn't realize me and Suko chose the same. symbol for our
79
list.
feet per round, so just round that up to 80.
So 80 feet per round.
You can close the gap. You can park right in front of them if you want.
I'm not trying to do that.
You try to keep a little distance between us.
Yeah.
If we can keep out of range of catapult, we can find a way to nuke them from afar.
Did I give you control?
That's what me and Suko were
I
doing.
have control.
You gave me control of the ship. I'm just trying to gauge some stuff.
Just making sure you can move it.
I was going to try and turn it, but it's not letting me turn it.
It's on the far right side. There you go.
Okay.
That was me turning it, but
Yeah.
I'll move myself back to where I was.
The turner thing is at the top.
I'm gonna
Is
have
that
to
the
move
back?
myself manually to where they were.
Is what the back.
The pointy stick at the front of the boat.
Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it anyway, but whatever.
It blends
right
in with the
there.
water. It's about a square out from the.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to try and do something to make it more visible. If we can.
I don't
But,
think we can.
No. So. You said 80?
80.
You want me to move it there? Or
No, I'm going to actually move it this way.
So move up alongside them.
Yeah, move alongside them. And as we're going, I'm going to basically say, those who can hit the bloody thing!
Okay.
Go ahead, my Scottish accent.
You want me to move the ship for you, or can you?
I'm going to move it right now.
Okay.
Okay, first, turn it.
Yay!
Shush.
Everybody try to remember where on the ship you were.
I know where I was. I was standing right next to this.
Okay, so up there.
Balon. I think he was about there.
Balon's right by the mast. One more to his right, or one more south.
If you want to give control of my token
There you
over
go.
to Nick,
Yeah.
that might make it easier.
I will go ahead and do that.
Yeah, that would probably be easier. Since he's not fighting, he can at least control your avatar.
Thank
Just
you, Nick.
Remind me to
You're welcome.
change it later. You changed yours to unknown, right, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay. Double checking that was actually you.
What, you thought we had a mystery person?
Making sure, because I wasn't sure who had changed their stuff.
Hey guys, who's this stowaway?
Anyway, so Nick, you
Okay.
should now have control.
Yep.
And then it is. Ooh, it's the deck mage's turn. Yay! What are they gonna do? You know what? I think they're just gonna do catapult into the sails. I'm gonna do that. That's easy. So you see them point at this pile of iron balls near them, and two of them go shooting up into your rigging.
Did they get within 90 feet?
Yeah, Chris pulled
Oh,
up
yeah.
his-
Yeah, Chris.
We're-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're 60 feet away from them.
Oh, fantastic.
Technically 55. The big mage back there. I assume the red one is a big mage.
He's
He's
the captain.
Yeah, the one that he's wearing red, that's the captain. The ones with the red dots, they're the mages. 3d8. Okay.
So you gotta mute yourself.
10, 16. 16 points of damage to your ship.
our poor ship.
We've got people to fix it.
So if whoever, actually, Ren, since you're piloting, you get to track the HP and stuff. So just make a note of how much you take, since the NPC pages aren't very good for tracking HP.
Okay. I'll pull up a notepad.
Okay. I was going.
You said we got how much?
16.
Yeah.
16. Okay.
Can't you turn the ship into a token? Like,
It
We
is.
have the HP above it. I was
Yeah.
thinking we'd put like the max HP.
Oh, yeah, it is.
We put
So,
the
yeah.
max HP in the green and then have the red.
Health
HP.
is red.
Well, the page itself, the NPC sheet itself, has the max.
Mhm.
Because you can't attach NPC ones to the circles to make them change as you change the sheet, since the NPC ones don't change. So you can just change it on the circle.
There.
Alright. So, and then it is the melee crew, and they can't do anything yet. So they're just going to hold action. And Avani.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast Melf's Minute Meteors,
Mm-hmm.
and that takes my action, I think, to cast. Yeah, it takes my action to do that, but then I can use my bonus action to launch 2 of them.
Cool. Who are you
So,
launching at?
I'm going to launch both of the meteors at their sails.
Nice. Retaliation.
So I don't know, can their sails even roll a deck save?
No.
No.
Okay, so it takes 46 fire damage. I think I actually already made one of these. Yes, I did. So 1 and 2.
Gotta love them minute meteors.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I can do that 2 more times. So
So 17 total?
yeah, 17 total to their sails.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was slipping it.
And then that's it for my turn.
That was how much?
17. 17 fire to their sails.
Okay.
Poor boat.
Yeah, my meteors are more designed for more accurate fireballs designed for killing a large group.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all you got to go.
I'm going to move up here so I can actually see their deck. Oh, I'm
Well, they're
elevated.
on a sloop. They're lower than you are.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was getting elevation so I could see
Yeah.
them up and over the hull because I'm short.
Either that or you go to the rail.
Yeah. I'm going to slap my gloves together to charge it with necrotic energy, and I'm going to attack the crew with a fireball.
Okay.
Center.
the captain gets a 9 on his roll.
Okay. Smart changing it to necrotic so it doesn't, burn the ship. So that
Nah.
would not be great.
It's just gonna be fire.
Yeah, so
Black
on
fire.
him.
Yep, and that'll hit all of them.
Yeah, just boom.
Okay, so that is deck save.
Yeah. 16.
Okay, so I'm just going to do the 3 groups since the captain rolls a 9.
Yeah, he automatically baited me.
Roll the
Deck
damage.
mages got a nat 16.
Oh, you mean I could have given the group a 9? Damn.
No.
33
I
fire
like that.
damage?
The
Holy
Jesus
cow.
Christ.
crossbowmen,
It's necrotic damage, not fire. But
Yeah.
there you go. Shaboof.
the crossbowmen got a nat 1.
Yeah, they did.
Ooh.
And
I'm
then
trying
the that was a nat 15 for the melees.
Hopefully I'm scaring them away.
Okay, so half of them saved.
So crossbowmen 33. Okay, so all the crossbowmen are just dead.
Nice.
They
Jesus
have to
Christ.
this orb of black fire erupts and engulfs the ship, and as it fades, half the crew are just down, and half these guys were like throughout the rigging, so you just kind of see them fall.
I should.
Am I within earshot of their boat? 60.
Yes, definitely.
You guys can run now. And then I'll end my turn.
They're not running. We already set their sails on fire.
It's not on fire. It
They
was
kind of have
necrotic.
to run. They can only.
No,
go
I set them on fire with my minute
Oh,
meteors.
It's a squeaky little voice basically telling
Let's
you,
do fire.
run.
You guys might want to run now.
Okay, so those are all dead.
Got him.
Lovely.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
God dang, man.
Okay. So that's
Need a
your
big-
turn. Very effective. Especially because they were going up next.
Need a bigger ship.
Actually, hang on. Half of that, 15. Let me double check that nobody else died.
Suko used Mega Ball. It's super effective.
Max, shoot
I
it
can
again.
fire a second one if
Do
it
it.
didn't finish them off.
Do it. Why you consider just?
Got him.
Wait, did he kill the fucking mages too?
Not the mages. These are all the melee ones. So, like, all the normal crewmen are just.
Oh my god!
How many people does it take to pilot that ship?
One. 'Cause the ship's
No, a
gonna
few
be
more
sink-
because
It's gonna be
you
sinking.
have to.
They don't need to pilot it.
Holy shit.
Okay, so hang on.
Freaking Suko, man.
There's
Killed
3
16.
people left on the
I'm gonna
fucking.
zoom
16
into his
fucking people.
casualties. Just
There are 3
all
people
of
left on that fucking ship right now.
I turn back to Ren. Hey, Ren. I think we got a new ship.
Rightly so, I think we did. Bloody hell. What the fuck?
Deck mages.
This is
Yeah.
why you keep them.
Tuko, remind me not to piss you off.
When do you want that?
About the time he's gonna piss you off.
Never mind.
Okay. So you pretty much see the whole crew just keel over. And there's only a few.
Are we? Do any of you guys watch Game of Thrones? Are we getting like green
Yes.
fire, people jumping off into the water effects type thing going?
Okay. So back to the top. The captain is steering. He is going to pull out a fan and open it and wave it around, and then air blows from it into the sails, and they're going to be able to go a little faster now.
If he's casting a spell, can I counterspell it?
You can. It's through an object, but yeah, you can.
Yeah, he's within the 60 feet.
You're the worst.
Are you doing that?
Yeah, I'm counterspelling.
Okay. So he waves it around, looks at it. He curses something. Who speaks Primordial?
Who speaks what?
primordial.
Primordial.
Not me.
Okay, so he
Hold on.
mutters something.
No.
Does
Balaam.
Balaam
Okay, so
Primordial?
you understand. It's some pretty colorful language. By the way, this guy's a Triton.
Ah,
So he just curses and is trying to steer the boat a little further away.
Alright. Balaam's turn now, I think.
But first, we gotta see how far he gets.
Not
He
very
does not get far.
It's okay.
Oh, he got right within my shot.
I
how
was going.
close is he?
They're
To you,
about 60 from you.
Okay,
40.
40, 45.
fantastic. We're gonna cast Sleep.
Yeah, he's within
Okay.
40 of me.
I was
So.
going to say just catapult the bottom of their ship. It'll sink.
I was
No,
gonna say
don't sink
catapult
it.
the fan from his hand. Just let them run.
You can't. It's considered a carried item.
No, I mean hit it with a ball.
Okay, Heather, could you temporarily give Nick access to my character sheet because
Oh,
trying to roll for myself sucks. And Nick, if you could cast a level 3 sleep spell
Of course.
in the middle of that
Love
group there,
casting
I would
spells.
appreciate it.
That's so
Level 3 sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is going to be great.
Because they're all gonna be kind of low
That
on
was a
health, so
lot
that
of
should work
holy
pretty well.
character sheet.
What?
Holy character sheet.
Are you thinking about the backstory on that first page?
Yeah. Alright, so do any of them have under 49 health?
right now.
So 49 total. So 16, 16, that's 32. So that's 32 out of the 49. So you guys are able to knock out the deck mages, but not the captain.
That's fine.
That's fine. They can't attack our ship anymore.
And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Zuko's getting 17 life sentences after this.
For what?
Why
The
would he
pirates?
be getting 17 life sentences?
17 murders.
No,
Pirates.
it's not considered murder.
But yeah.
It's not
Eight
murder if you're killing.
Correction,
Bad
18
people.
murders.
Heather, I
It's not
sent you
murder
a
if you're
message.
killing bad people.
Ren,
Yes.
your turn.
All right. Ah, you lucky bastard.
What?
Fuck it. I'm leaving the wheel.
You
It's
can
not like
do
you're
it.
going to crash into anything. With the ocean.
Now, I think that puts me within just barely. Witch bolt on the big fucker.
That's a save or an attack roll.
It's an attack roll.
At first, it's an attack roll, yeah.
And then
Yeah,
it's
it's an
not an
attack
attack roll after that.
So that is going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Okay. And let me pull up the spell to see if there's a save. I can't remember.
There's no save.
There's no save.
You're just
Nope, he
doing
just takes the
And
damage.
then if you hit him, the next time you don't have to roll to hit.
That's useful.
Yeah.
So 19 damage. Did you hear me, Heather?
Got it. 19 damage.
Okay. And then that's all I got. Oh, actually, can I go back to the wheel to get ready to start the process of turning the ship in case they get farther up?
Yeah, you have enough movement.
Okay.
You can do that. Okay. That's the deck mages. They're asleep. They're dead. Avani.
There's
I'll move up to the edge of the ship.
And
And then
They're
with-
dead.
With my bonus action, I'm going to do 2 meteors at the captain.
God damn, man.
Don't destroy the thing.
This poor man.
He's got to roll a deck save for each. So he's got to roll 2 deck saves.
That's a nat 17.
Mute Joe.
Hold on, I'm trying to.
16.
Okay, so he takes half damage from both of them.
So that's,
Fucking dogs.
2 and 3? 5?
Yeah, I think it'd be about 5 total.
Okay, wait, that's my bonus action. And then for my actual action, I'm then going to throw a lightning chromatic orb at him.
nice. Is that a save or a hit?
That's to hit. Thought I made a chromatic orb. Yeah, that is. Hey,
Oh my goodness. That's 24 damage.
Woo!
Okay. Well, that is just one more than you needed. So, with that,
Wow.
you shoot the 2 meteors, cast with the other hand, and it careens into him, and it just arcs around him. It's almost like he was made of water, and it's just extra conductive. And he just collapses on top of the wheel. The ship is still moving. It's just gonna go anywhere it wants now.
Mhm.
Suko.
Hmm.
Well, I'll put it this way. Since everyone's down, what are you all doing to get the ship? Or are you just letting it?
I'll
I call for the crew down below to prepare to board and to get grappling hooks so we can tie up next to it.
I turn to
So-
Ren.
Mhm.
So you're gonna have to explain to me after we're done with this why pirates like sleuths again, because I don't understand it.
Why pirates like what?
Sleuths.
Sleuths. That
Because
type
they're
of ship.
typically
I really don't know. I think it's because they're supposed to be fast.
They're standing too close together. And then I'll help the crew. Well,
All right, right about that time, you guys hear this like thudding coming up from within the sloop,
Shite!
and emerging from within is a centaur. Would you like to describe yourself?
Okay, so I'm a centaur. The human half of me is a little bit tanned, really short black spiky hair. I have 2 red dots along the cheekbone of one side of my face, and I'm wearing just really basic hide sort of armor. The horse half of me is dapple gray with a black tail and black feet.
Right. You are a threat or not?
Shouting across to the other ship. She came out looking like she was going to fight something.
Threat.
Okay, so the ships are still moving. Are you steering it around so that you can board?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you steer it around, and this centaur looking around. Everyone's dead around her. What are you doing?
I look back at the ship. Excuse me. Did you do all of this?
What?
they shot at me first. I was in the right.
Thank the gods you got here. I was able to escape during all the noise. Do you need any help pulling this thing in? I'd very much like to be off of this.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. After she said that she escaped, I'm going to slowly put my weapon away.
Hey, Balaam, just ask a quick question. How long are those guys going to nap for?
Does it last?
I think it's until somebody shakes them awake.
it's a full minute, or until somebody uses their action to wake them up.
Okay.
Oh, then we should.
Well, they're
probably
going to be
finish
awake
them.
before we tie off.
Yeah.
We should probably finish them off then.
So, as you guys are pulling around, they're stirring.
Well, I still got 2 more meteors left. I can always launch those at them.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, yeah, I'll launch my last 2 meteors at one of them.
Nat 1. So that's Nat 4 and a Nat 6.
Well, they would have disadvantage anyway. They're prone.
Yep.
Joe doesn't have disadvantage because it's not an attack.
It's okay. It doesn't do that much damage to him.
Just pops him in the forehead.
Yep. They're both still up, but they look around and they just
Wise choice. Like I said, I'm going to use Spare the Dying on anyone who's not already dead. Just so that we can turn them into the authorities of Calrissian.
so that would be the captain because everyone else got eviscerated.
Fair enough.
They are pretty much blown up.
Yeah, their internal organs evaporated.
Make sure to tie him up before you bring him back.
Well,
Oh,
Spare
not
the
with that
Dying
fan.
just stabilizes him. It
Not with
doesn't
that fan.
bring him up.
But tie him up.
Yeah.
That way, when he wakes after he's stabilized, he can't try anything.
So you guys are able to tie up your 3 captives now, and are able to board the ship. It doesn't have a lot of loot that you can find. I'll say it this way: the cargo hold doesn't have anything in it, so it looks like you were their first target.
Of the day, yeah.
This run. And
They chose the wrong ship.
Bucks still suck.
But Ren, you
They
do
rolled
know
a
that
1 on their investigation.
yeah, they really did. But Ren, you do know that this is one of those ships that has a bounty on it with the guild, an open bounty. So the ship is going to be worth a pretty penny. The captain is going to be worth a pretty penny. You just got to get them back. And you can turn it in at the Thieves Guild. Or Thieves Guild.
I've already got a plan on that. I'm going to ask for volunteers from our crew that wants to be on that ship, making sure that the rigging we're going to use to tie it, to tow it to Calrin, stays held.
Yeah, you're going to have to patch up at least their sails too.
Oh, yeah.
Yours might be okay because it didn't take too much.
Couldn't we just tow it?
Can we
Was
tow
that-
the ship?
Tow it. You can tow it too. You just
Yeah, we
need
can
to-
tow. It's just we're going to be moving about half speed.
That's
We got
fine.
that gust of wind.
If I may, we leave the prisoners on the ship, take everything, like all of the sails and everything, off the ship, so it's completely crippled, and that way, even if they do manage to escape, they are unable to escape.
Should we leave them on their own ship?
Yeah. Why bring them onto ours when we can leave them on theirs? And if they cut the lines and they're left adrift, which means we can just circle around and gather them right back. I see no need of bringing them on board our ship, giving an opportunity for them to take it, when we can just leave them prisoners on their own vessel.
To be honest with you, I was kind of thinking we leave them on their ship, tied up in the hold. We have a few of our crew on their ship making sure the ropes hold.
That is possible. I just feel like risking our crew in case they manage to escape and overpower them may not be the best idea. In the end, it is your call. You are the captain of the ship.
I am the captain, but we're all in this together. What do you lot say?
I mean, I can stay on the other ship and watch them.
And you would certainly be a right threat to them. Vanny,
So what are you doing?
Vanny, what do you say?
I think it should be fine if Suko and maybe 2 more of our crewmen are on the other ship.
Right. So, who amongst you wants to volunteer to be on that ship with our little friend here?
I wave.
Asha immediately.
Oh, how did I know you'd be for it, Asha? You're not rightly a surprise on that one.
Oh, I know another crew member who can help, and I whistle, and Peter comes running up the deck.
The dog.
Peter, my dog.
I forgot you had a fucking dog.
Yeah.
Great
Put
Dane.
him on the fucking ship.
Or the Mastiff, yeah.
I have a mastiff named Peter.
He comes on deck and he's super excited and he gives you a big lick.
He kind of
Hey,
scoops
he-
me up with his head, and I'm on his back backwards.
He can certainly keep an eye on them. Peter Borker.
Yep.
Oh my god.
We've got
God, you're such a
we've got
nerd.
Tony and Rhodey.
Tony, Rhodey, and Peter.
Peter Borker.
Because he looks up to Tony.
Right, so, Vishal, you, Shuko, and Peter will be making sure the ropes hold and the captives stay captive. Understood?
Not a problem, Captain.
Right. Let's go ahead and start tying her off. Drop the sails That way we're not being held back.
So while you guys are doing this, the centaur is going all through the sloop. So as you guys are tying them up, putting them in the hold, you see her going around, looking in every nook and cranny. And eventually she does find a chest that has all her things.
That's good.
Yeah, so I'm strapping on both my scimitars. I put on my harness that has the 2 sheaths for my daggers, my quiver and my longbow. I'm like outfitted.
When
Right,
when I get to the other ship, I just look at the centaur. I look up and I'm like, "Hi, my name's Suko," and I'm reaching up for something that's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
I reach down. Hello, Suka. I'm Ellie.
Right, so, Ellie, do you want to stay on there until we reach land, or do you want to come over here?
Oh, I'd very much like to get off of this thing.
All right. You, drop the plank so she can cross.
A couple planks are dropped so that you can walk up and sit, since you can't climb with your hooves. And you are now on the moonbeam.
Thank you so much. There's no possible way I could thank you enough.
That's quite all right. To be quite honest with you, as soon as you came up, I thought you were a threat. Glad to be proven wrong. As I'm floating in the mirror over there.
Which one of us did the tying up of the prisoners?
I don't know. Which of you did?
Someone that knows a Shah.
A Shah. She 100%.
Who
Tie the shit out of those knots.
who better to tie up pirates than a former pirate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. No, I was agreeing
Yeah.
with you. It was perfect. You just no second thought.
So she's not only taking care of the ship, but you have her tie up the prisoners, and she makes sure they are extra tight. And she just kind of drops them in the hold.
Right. No mercy if you need to. Just try to keep the captain alive, all right, the Shah?
Only the captain? You sure?
He's the only one worth a pretty penny outside the ship.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
And she just... Suka, you see her just kind of look over at the 2 deck mages and grin.
Don't do anything unless you absolutely have to.
Of course, Captain.
I turned to Asha. Hey, did you peek up when we were doing that fight? Did you see what happened? It was pretty great,
Of
right?
course I did.
Right?
And she gives you a high five.
I give her a low 5.
Right, let's tie off and get on our way.
Every high 5's a low 5.
Yeah. It's high for you, low for them.
Yeah.
All right, so let's tie off and be on our way. You've got a long way to carry in.
So, Suko, while you guys are sailing, are you looking around in the ship?
Yeah, I'm mostly just walking around. Like, if I'm just looking around, looking mostly for just to pass time, like mending little parts of the ship that I find like little splinters sticking out and stuff.
Roll a perception.
Perception. Okay. Where is my perception? There it is.
Okay. So you do find in the captain's quarters a chest, a lockbox. And you're able to, with the Shah's help, break it open. It is the ship's stash, their fund. 782 gold and 28 silver.
I turn to Asha, just grin a little bit, and I put like 100 in my pocket, and then I hand her 100.
Okay. She graciously takes it. And she just kind of gives you a wink. Okay.
And then I'll leave the rest for the group.
Yep.
And I'm on our ship, like, right, so have to take a look at the ship, see if we can find any gold before we turn it in.
Are there any journals in the captain hold?
Well, there's logs of where they sailed and some of the stuff that they found and stuff, but it's pretty
some of the stuff that they found.
No. I was hoping for a diary. I would have brought it down to them and started reading it aloud to the deckmaid.
Well, I mean, in where the crew sleeps, there's like some letters.
Well, they're all dead. They don't matter.
Yeah, some are love letters, some are letters from home. So you have letters from dead sailors.
I don't even look at them.
Yeah.
They're just left on the ship.
That's mean.
So, you guys are able. This is gonna get you there late on the 21st instead of midday.
I'm going to have our carpenter take a look, make sure nothing is in dire need of repairs as we're sailing.
Yeah, your ship is not scratched. Theirs is still in pretty good condition. Mostly just scorch marks from the meteors.
Did I find a deed to the ship, or is it deedless?
There is a deed.
Okay.
It's... You're not sure if it's official, because pirates, so you're not sure if this was one that they took and they're just like, yeah, let's scribble our name in there. But I mean, it does have the name of the ship.
To kill time, I try to make it official with my calligraphy tools.
Just playing with it, okay.
Because I'm alone on the ship. Well, I'm with somebody, but I'm basically on guard duty. Might as well kill time. Do you want to roll?
Yeah, no. No, you can spend your time on it and kind of toy around with it, make it pretty.
Thank you.
Nick, of course I do.
Yeah, no. Oh, the second one.
Oh, yeah, they have the carpenter assistant. So luckily it's superficial stuff because the carpenter assistant wouldn't be able to do anything huge.
Oh, I guess I'll look around and see what kind of cannonballs they were using.
Okay, so what they have are about 4 pound iron balls. They've got about a dozen of them left. So you guys can move those over to your ship and you have bigger things to shoot. You get the feeling that the main reason they picked something bigger instead of like the marbles was so that it's clear that they're making warning shots. You know, you see it coming.
Gotcha.
Can I identify the fan?
Sure. So you're burning a spell for it?
Well, no, I'm going to do that over 10 minutes.
Okay. So ritual.
Ritual version.
So it is a wind fan. Does gust of wind once a day. Well, you can do it more, but you're risking breaking it.
Yeah, it's a cumulative 20% chance of it breaking every time it's used before the next dawn.
Yep. And you get the feeling that this is how they tended to sneak up or sneak away from ships that they attacked. So you guys sail into Calvin. It's probably 5 or 6 o'clock. But you guys are in town. You can take your bounty to the Blades Guild and reap the rewards. The ship, you can... the Blades Guild can take it from you for a prize and give you money for it. Or you can just sell it, because there might be somebody that's like, yes, I want that specific ship because I know of its fame.
Well, they've got an immaculate deed for it as well.
Yes.
That encapsulates its fame.
Yes. So, up to you how you want to do that.
What do you think?
I'm trying to think what would make us more money, selling it or giving it to the guild.
Either way, we're getting money.
Oh,
I mean, and if we give it to the guild, it gives us more clout with the guild, too.
Yeah. So, on one hand, it ups your status. If you give it to the guild, you'll get paid less, but you'll get it immediately. On the other
Consider
hand,
one thing.
find a buyer, but you could get more.
Well, anyone wanting to buy a former pirate ship is probably looking to become a pirate themselves. So let's give it a go.
Oh, Heather, before I get off of the ship, I relock the captain's chest and I get off.
Okay. Well, you guys kind of had to break it open, so it doesn't
okay.
lock.
I'll just bring them the gold then.
Okay.
I can lock it.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to make it look like it wasn't open. Like.
So, you guys dock, and Asha and Suko come off, and Asha's got the captain slung over her shoulder and is toting the others like on a leash, essentially.
I should be a dick and just arcane lock just 3 random locks on that ship.
I hand Balaam the 500-ish remaining gold because I forgot the number. Because I think he's got
582 gold, 28 silver.
Heather, could you send that to me in a message, and I will add it to the. Well, you have access to the party fund spreadsheet, don't you?
I don't think I do.
Oh, I'll get you that. But if you could just send me a note with the quantity,
Yep.
I'll add it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so what are you all doing?
I'd like to go up to Asha. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I've been talking enough.
I want to go up to Asha. I'm sorry, but what are your intentions with that thing?
Ask the captain. And she just nods over to Ren.
I'm sorry, Captain. What are your intentions with that man? I think it's a man. Man?
With the captain?
Yes.
We're going to turn him in for a bounty. He'll most likely hang for his crimes.
What's a bounty?
He's a wanted man. He's done bad things. People want him dead. People like I and my crew on occasion will hunt down the wanted bastards, turn them in for money, and watch the folks swing.
Well, good riddance. I did give him a sum of Durlock money. Would he have that on him, or?
You can feel free to search him, but I really don't know.
I think I know where that money went.
So I paid him for passage on his ship. Of course, as soon as I set foot on board, they relieved me of my possessions and threw me in a cage.
Pirates do that sometimes, lass. How much did you pay them?
300 gold pieces?
300?
Yes.
Right.
That's all I had.
Well, as I said, you can search them, see if you can find it. If not, it's probably in the chest or some shite inside the ship.
Very well. Her name is Asha?
Yeah, sure.
Can I please search him?
I made sure he didn't have any weapons. I didn't find anything else on him.
Do you mind if I look?
She just kind of drops him. Have at it.
Okay. So I think I have to get down on my front knees and to search him if he's on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Those 2 rib cages
I
really.
Also still whispering to me, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Ah, there it is.
He doesn't have anything left on him. Other than a key. You find a key.
Oh,
Probably kill the lockbox that they broke open.
So I suppose the key is not required.
Well, we can hold on to
I put it.
There might be
I put
something
it
else
back
in
in
the
his
ship.
pocket.
Shaw, get the key. There might be something else on the ship we can use for.
Did I hear that she was looking for money?
Aye, she's.
Balaam, if she doesn't find any money, I think that 300 of that was hers.
Oh, if that's the case, then I'll go ahead and take 300 out, put it in a small pouch. I do believe that we cannot, in good conscience, take money.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it. So, who do I owe for my rescue? Who do I thank?
To be honest, you kind of owe them. They just chose the wrong ship to attack this morning.
They chose the wrong ones to try and rob. But you've taken passage amongst the Pixie Hunt and the crew of the Moonbeam.
And you are the captain. You're the leader of this
I
ship.
was elected to this position.
Very well.
A true captain does not assume power. He's given power by his peers.
And behind him, the talking skull, Jared, just pipes up, I'm the Pirate King!
Shut up, Jared.
No.
Do you want to see my sister again?
Yes.
Then shut your fucking trap.
Poor Jared.
Skull.
Anyway, I reach back and I pull one of my daggers from its sheath and I cut my palm. I put my fist to my chest and hold it out to Ren. On my honor, I, Elirorn, daughter of Rizorn and Lobran, swear to you my allegiance from this day forward, to repay my debt in deed or blood. Where you walk, I will follow. Where your enemies stand, they will fall to my blade. I swear to you the strength of my arm, the courage in my heart, and the wisdom of my mind. They are yours to use as you will. None shall defeat you while breath remains in my body. This I swear to you.
Wow, I didn't actually know that you guys really did that. You guys actually keep to life debts?
Oh,
I've only read about it in stories.
I realize sometimes we're Wookiees.
Ellie, how is it? Hi, dear.
well, Elirorn, but my father calls me Ellie.
Elirorn.
They call me Ellie.
No, Ellie. You don't have to do that. As honoured as I am, it wasn't that big of a deal. They chose the wrong ship to attack. We stopped them. You just so happened to be freed in the process. There is no life debts. There is no life debts. You can join us if you wish, but there is no life debts. You do not need to swear any allegiance to me. You are, if you choose to join us.
I made the oath. I shed blood over it. You wouldn't make me an oath breaker, would you?
No, I'm not trying to make you an oath breaker, lass.
I would
But
be
I'm letting you know.
beyond measure. I would never be able to return to my herd.
It's okay.
I accept your offer. I do. I accept it, and I'm honoured to have you with us.
Thank you. I promise you will not regret it.
Jared. You can go ahead and speak now, you bloody fool. Oh, shite. Right, if you have any questions about what goes on around here, he's the one that knows most of it.
I do.
I said most of it. The Shaw actually knows more than him.
If a skull could glare.
I'm
You
sorry.
know it, Claire.
I don't mean to be rude, but what is exactly?
What?
That's a Jared.
She was breaking up. I didn't hear her.
I said I don't mean to be rude, but what is it exactly?
He's Jared.
The little one.
I'm a pirate king.
Well, a
I'm
couple.
not the
of
pirate
years ago,
king.
he was a
Not
person.
here.
For maybe 100 and something years ago, he was a person, and then he became a skull, and then he became a skull spider.
I see.
And he's also a navigator.
All right.
He's also the navigator. He has a nice little perch on the compass.
I just sit on the compass. I don't actually mess with the maps.
No, but you point north.
Sometimes I point south on purpose.
That's why we got lost. You bloody bastard.
Hey,
That's
Jared,
why we got lost that one time.
that's a good one, Jared. Did you see what happened earlier today? Those
Yes.
pirates.
Good job.
Right, so let's turn the bloody bastards in for the bounty. Let's turn in the deed to the ship. You've got that right, Suko?
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to the druids. Here's the deed.
Right, thank you.
I also have other plans now that we have a centaur in the party. I need a champion saddle. I need to get Longstrider, and I need to get haste.
You are not riding her.
You are not riding her, dude.
That's degrading
No.
the centaurs.
Yeah. Riding a centaur means you married them. Is
You-
Zuko ready
that's
for
very
that?
degrading to a centaur
okay.
to ride them like they're a common horse.
But I want to go 500. Okay.
Right, so,
Ring.
Osha,
And you with the disc in it, and then you let her cast it. Then you put Longstrider and everything on her.
Yeah. Then you get with blessing die.
But it doesn't work with the champions without the champion saddle because having resistance to everything and not being able to be knocked off is amazing.
he's here! He's here!
Okay.
Yay! Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of Nick's control
No.
of everything.
Balaam
Fine,
drowns.
Oh
I got greedy with power.
no! I enlarge him so he can stand in the water. Oh crap! It's the ocean.
On Calvin. So anyways,
Sorry, I missed a little bit there. What did I miss?
You're drowning.
Okay.
No. So Ellie swore a life debt. Ren tried saying no, and then he acquiesced. And you guys are now in Calren. You guys are trying to figure out what to do next, I think.
I'm taking the deed and the captain being drugged behind me with anyone who wants to help me to the blades.
You do have
So
the
that we
cart
can collect
and
the bounty.
Tony and Rowdy.
That would
Yeah, you guys do have a cart.
somebody would need to go with him though.
So you don't have to
Oh.
carry him.
We also have those two mages.
Yeah, right
Right.
now, Asha has the captain over one shoulder, and then the others are tied by their wrists like a leash, and she's got the
guess
rope
so.
in the other hand.
I guess I'll walk
Right,
with them
so
to make sure it's
let's throw up the cart, and you know what? We'll throw the captain in, tie the mages to the back, and go into town.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so you bring up your oxen, set up the cart, throw the captain in, tie the two deck mages to the back, and make them walk in shame. And you guys head to the Blades Guild.
I'm riding alongside the deck mages with riding on Peter, just chatting them up while they're not talking back to me.
Because they are gagged, so they can't cast spells. Their fingers are tied, so they can't cast spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Suko, I wanted to talk to you about something. I have a bit of a
You
plan.
forgot the backslash.
Yep. Okay, that's fine.
I assume it is.
Anyway, continue.
Anyway, I have a plan that I would very much like to have your assistance with. I think you'll actually find it rather fun.
What do you need?
I need you to learn a song.
Okay, why?
Well, I'll explain that later. For now, let's finish up what we're doing here.
Okay.
then we'll go to the Blades Guild.
Okay. So you guys go to the Blades Guild. Are you going straight into Jeora's office? Or are you going to Dorlin, the records keeper?
Dorlin.
Okay. So you guys go into you drag your 3 prisoners into the records office. And
Do I fit in this office?
No, you can't, I don't think.
If you duck through the doorways, you can get into the building. The office is crowded but big because it's got all the records of everything. So it's tight. You might have to mostly be out in the hall. But you can at least get in the building.
Okay.
So you guys pass the tavern side of it. And Ellie, it's very strange. There's so many people, and they're all crowded around in this room, and they're singing and drinking and being all, causing a ruckus. And then you follow everyone into the room, and it's just a room of paper.
Do I see the wonderment in her face as we're walking through the main room of the guild?
Want to answer that, Ellie?
Not so much wonderment as nervous energy. Looking for dangers.
Right.
Very much on alert.
Don't worry, it's safe here.
Yes, they won't do anything to us. Although you'll have to test into the guild since we're all members of it.
And this is run by other Durlocks?
What?
Other what?
Oh, sorry, Durlocks. It's the word we centaurs use for intelligent creatures who walk on only 2 legs.
Did you make that one up? Did you make that name up, or is that from somewhere?
Using that word for...
No, I'm asking.
Ask me out of character.
Yeah, did you make that name up, or is that something that's from
I
something?
did.
Okay.
Did she just call us Daleks?
Yeah.
No.
Close.
Because that's what it sounds like. She's calling us Daleks.
To be fair, we did just murder a bunch of people.
Exterminate.
Technically, you guys are fine. I murdered a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Durlax, okay. Right, so yes, it is, but they're not all bad. Not all of them. Some of them are just righteous assholes. But they're not bad.
Do I have to? Become a member of this... I'm sorry, what did you call it?
Guild.
A guild. Do I have to be a member of this guild?
Well, you can be a member of the crew who travels with us. If that's what you wish. You don't have to become a member of the guild, but it's a little easier through the guild, I believe.
If you require it, Captain, I will, of course.
I don't require anything of you. It's up to you.
Great.
It is up to you. If you want to join the guild, I will not say no. If you don't want to join the guild, I will not argue against you. You are your own person, no use showing fealty to me.
It will make your travels easier.
It's not that it will make travels easier. It's just if we take jobs, all the members of the group are slated in the jobs. You know, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out later.
Very well.
Anyway,
You turn around and
the gnome Durlin is like peeking over his
I'm going to kill your fucking dog, Joe.
so he's peeking over the books, watching all this.
Thelma,
like,
not Bowser.
So he's like, "Are you done? Are you?"
Yes, we're done.
Got
Yes, we're done, darling.
who have you got? I see prisoners.
So, we've got a pilot and a ship.
Here's the deed. And I hold it up.
I actually have the deed, but
Oh, that's right. I handed it to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember.
So he studies it.
Fotai attacking us as we were on our way out of Serenity Bay.
And you've only got 3 prisoners then?
The rest exploded.
The rest died where they stood. Thanks to the little one here.
Right. Well, good to know that we don't have to worry about you on the sea.
Oh no, they're all dead. The vast majority of the crew died instantaneously thanks to this little bastard.
So he looks over the deed, authenticates it, looks over at the prisoners. Well, bring them on back. And he leads you back to a cell that is in the back of the records room, and he locks them in. He's like, well, it's good to know. We've got enchantments on the bar so that there's no illusion magic and people can't claim that they're bringing in somebody they're not. So,
Okay.
good to know that you're not trying to pull one over on us. Never looks good.
Never. I may be an outright asshole, but I'd never try and trick you like that.
Right. You can wait back at the front. I'm going to get your payment from the vault. Are you you're turning in the ship as well, right?
Right, the deed was
Alright.
handed to you.
All right. I'd wait up front and I will get your money.
Right, thank you.
And Ellie, there's a room full of guild members in the tavern side.
Do I fit in that room?
Yes, all these doorways you kind of have to duck to get into, but this is a very large room. It's crowded. There's a lot of people in there, but there's still room to maneuver. So after a moment, he brings back a sack, and it has. Let me make sure I'm doing the math right.
I'm going to let Balaam do all the math as far as what goes to the party, what goes to other people.
Well, let's take a look here. We are currently in excess of...
So you guys get a bag of 1,500 platinum.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Alrighty then.
Who was this man?
This is for the ship as well. Ships are not cheap.
I was going to say, did this man go from town to town,
That's
taking everybody's
15,000
firstborn?
gold.
Yeah. Did this man go from town to town killing everybody's firstborn? Like, what's going on?
Well, okay, it's not. He's worth a few thousand. You've got 2 deck mages, which are worth more than just normal crew, so they're worth a little bit. Then the ship is also worth about 8,000.
Oh, so everybody that died could have.
You're welcome. You're welcome to go get the rotted flesh.
Yeah, I mean, you could have turned them in, but they would have been like 50, 100 gold.
No.
Like it would.
Did they want the mummies?
To be fair, I spared everyone that I could, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
So you said 1,500 platinum?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
So
15K in gold.
Yeah, deck mages tend to be worth more than normal crew because they're more dangerous. So you got officers and deck mages; they're going to be worth the most. Meanwhile, while you guys are counting that out, Ellie, in the tavern side, there are people of all shapes and sizes. There's halflings and gnomes and humans and half-elves and elves, and there's a couple Goliaths, and there's a Frobolg. There's just every shape and size of people in here. No other centaurs. And you get a few people when you enter pausing and looking at you and then, nudging their friend. But it's not like a, what the hell? It's more like a, oh, that's new.
I would just talk to one of I would gravitate towards whoever looks the least dangerous.
Make a perception.
I just want to make sure it's somebody I could take in a fight if I had to.
Okay. There's some that don't look too dangerous, but probably the safest one is the halfling behind the bar. So you can gravitate over to him. And he nods when you come over and it's like, hello, I'm Maros. Are you new to the guild?
Oh, I'm not actually part of the guild. I'm with some other people who are part of the guild.
Oh, okay. Normally this is only for guild people, but I guess if you're visiting, fine.
Is that important, being part of a guild?
Oh, you don't know anything about our guild, do you?
I don't know anything about any guilds.
Okay, well, let me give you a quick rundown, some bullet points. So, we're the Blades Guild. People come to us with jobs they need done, monsters that need to be killed, bandits that need to be hunted down, items that need to be recovered. They come to us, they tell us how much they're willing to pay, and then all of our members that we certify as able and honest, they can pick and choose which jobs they want, and then when they complete it, they come back and we take a portion for ourselves to run the place, and then they get the rest. So it's just a quick way to find work when you're short on coin, or if you're the adventurous type and don't want to, work in a shop.
And Captain Wren is part of this group.
Ren, yes, he's me and Jayora have quite some fun talks about the pixie hunt.
All right. He mentioned some sort of test. What sort of test?
It's a bit of combat, just to show that you're able-bodied.
Combat. So you have to prove yourself in battle.
Yeah, you got to be able to hold your own to be able to take most of these jobs.
Very interesting.
Yeah, normally we find one of our people that are available and you just spar with them for a little bit.
To the death?
No! We'd never have any members if it was to the death. We'd lose everybody. No, you spar. You're, first one to knock the other out wins, sort of a thing. Or, first to surrender loses. We just want to make sure that you can hold your own, that you don't get knocked on your flank right off the bat.
I see. So it's like a child's game.
More like training. You don't try to kill each other when you're training, you just practice. It's more like that.
Well, that's the game our children played back in my herd. Sounds like fun.
Sure.
Thank you so much for the information.
Not a problem. If you want any food or drink, come to me.
Oh, food. Food sounds lovely. But I have to talk to Captain Wren first. Thank you.
All right.
I might be back.
All right. Okay, so Ellie comes back as you guys put all the money back in and have figured out
Ellie.
whether you're dividing it or not.
Hey, Ellie.
Hello.
Where did you wander off to?
Oh, just over there. I was talking to this most delightful man who gave me some information. Ren, Captain Ren, I think I would like to join this guild.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes. He explained the test to me, and it just sounds like so much fun.
I want to be the one to test see if she's worthy.
You?
Let's talk to the leader of this branch first. See if she agreed to that.
Suko, unfortunately, because we already know her, they may disqualify you as appropriate selection.
Question.
I won't let her win.
Right, so let's go talk to the leader of the group. Leader of this specific branch of the guild. See what they say. Also, Heather, which branch did I send the letter to? Was it this one or was it the one from my home?
From your home.
Okay.
Yeah. So you knock on Jayor's door and it swings open and she just like glances up from over a pile of paperwork. Ah, Pixie Hunt, welcome back.
I have a new one for you.
A new what? A new name that I can make fun of?
No. A new recruit. Outside of the norm. Want to come out and meet her?
Yeah. So she like looks at you for a moment. You can't bring her in here?
This is not exactly. She's a little too tall.
Another. I mean, we've got a few Goliaths. That's not too new.
That's not that common.
I mean,
Just come out and meet her.
Okay. So she comes out from behind her desk and comes up, and she's only halfling, so she kind of glances up at you for as she passes through, like, "What are you up to?" And then she comes out, and
Ellie.
looks up at Ellie.
I'm just standing there with my hands on my scimitar.
That is new.
Told you. She wants to test in.
Well, I got another recruit that's wanting to get tested. So
How many?
I just got the one other. So do you want to do a 2-on-2? I can grab a couple other people, or
can we do 1-on-1?
2-on-1?
I'll take them both.
Suko. No.
No,
Suko's gonna die one of these days because of something like that.
for more even numbers so we can really get a feel for it. Normally we don't.
I hate it if I hurt you.
Right. So
It's okay. I would
We'll have-
myself if I hurt
we'll
you.
have Ellie. We'll have Ellie and the wee man here do the testing.
Okay, so she needs to be tested. I got another one that needs to be tested. So they can be fighting on one side. I need to get 2 people for the other. Normally we don't do future or prospective party members against the new
Oh,
recruits.
I figured we'd do it the way I did it across the land, where I joined in with the new group on their side, fought the other group who was already members, so that the whole group became members.
Yeah, I heard about that one. It was really just to keep it even. You know what? Fine. I'll let 2 of you fight the recruits. Just because. Yeah.
Suko's kind of like doing that little like hop that kids do when they need to go to the bathroom because he's excited.
Suko,
So,
you're not going in there.
So 2 of you, that way I don't have to go weeding through all those anxious people that just want to.
I'll go ahead and join in.
Okay.
Balaam, you want to assist, or shall I have Avani help?
Unfortunately, I think my assistance may be too much. However, I will observe from the
I'll
sidelines.
help them.
Right. What was that, Avani?
I said, I'll help them.
All right then. So you got your
I'll
two.
watch.
Tuko, you're a loose cannon. You would kill them in the first shot.
People can't die in the. Okay.
Suko, if either you or I joined, it might be an unbalanced fight. Besides, this gives us a good opportunity to observe our new friend.
No coaching.
Hang on, I'm making the ring for you. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so Ellie and the recruit versus 2 of you guys.
Okay, now we get to meet Nick's character.
And it was Ren and Avani, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, you guys are taken down to the basement where the ring is, and you guys recognize the setup. Only this one's a square, not a circle, just because I was lazy. And the familiar runes on the floor to keep spells from bouncing out. This one is not as spacious a space as before. Like the other one, there's some space for training and to watch the sparring. This one, it's pretty much just this ring plus a little bit of space outside. So, no, Ellie, you're on the other side.
Oh. You mean I have to fight? I can't do that.
Then don't attack me. Attack her. Attack Avani. Yes, you're not going to kill me in here. It prevents it.
Yes. So,
Then I can't attack. I can't fight you. That would break my oath.
Ellie,
I swore to protect you. How can I do damage?
Ellie, I demand you to fight me so I can see your capabilities.
Loopholes.
I'm kind of stepping from hoof to hoof. Very uncomfortable.
So, here's how this works for those that don't know. This ring's gonna keep you from dying, from bleeding out. If you get knocked unconscious, you're automatically gonna be okay. It also keeps any spells you cast from leaving the ring, so don't be afraid to go all out. And just don't hold back. Show us what you can do.
At this moment, I'm down and casting spell magic.
Who is this other person I'm fighting with?
Okay, so this is a human young man. He's he's plate mail, dark hair. Doesn't look like too much. But yeah.
Wait, Nick's playing a human?
Yeah.
A normal character?
I know, right? Oh my goodness.
What?
Just wait until you find out how normal I'm not.
Yeah, I just was using that one.
Well, I don't care if it's 6 foot.
No, Nick, he's probably like a
it's fine,
fucking
I just-
shifter or something.
No.
So Nick isn't going to describe himself?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Or you can stay out there. Fine. So, anyway. Nick, you want to describe him a bit more?
Alright, yeah, I think it would just do easier if I just sent the picture.
Okay.
Send a picture?
Yeah.
He's got a picture.
Picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yeah,
Where are you
it'll-
sending it?
It'll be on the Discord.
Well, the last thing posted was a salamander.
The water dragon, yeah.
Ah.
Super scrawny, super armored, sword, looks like a nerd. Pretty much describes who he is.
Oh, lovely. Does it look like he's about to fall over in all that heavy armor?
No, he looks pretty stable. It just looks like, why are you wearing plate?
Right, so are we ready?
I'm gonna look at Ellie and be like, I will stand in front. Just do what you do.
Very well.
And you guys can roll initiative.
Was that you laughing at my look at him, Joe?
No, I was just laughing at the fact that he said that. I'm used to going last.
Okay. So, Ren, you are first up.
Enzo?
Yep.
Okay. Right, so Ellie, as I said, give it to your all. And I just summon the sword.
Are you holding your action, or
Yes, I'm
Okay.
holding my action.
Okay.
I want to see what she's got before I do anything.
Okay, Ellie?
All right. Ellie is going to cast Hunter's Mark on Ivani. And she is going to get out her longbow and fire.
Okay. Go for it.
Yep, that'll hit.
All right, so that's 11.
And that's your whole turn. Enzo.
All right. For the first round, I will put my mark on Ellie,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will stand here.
Okay. That all you're doing?
Yep.
Okay. Ivani.
Okay, so first, as a bonus action, I will start my blade song,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will come in towards Enzo, and I will do booming blade.
Okay. I gotta say, I love combat that I don't have to run.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so, because I rolled like shit, like usual.
That's it. Ren.
Hold on. I'm looking at something. 'Cause I've got to put it on the main thing. I'm going to cast Hexblade's Curse on Enzo.
Mhm.
Okay. Is that action or bonus?
Bonus.
Okay. What you doing for your action?
I'm going to swing her. Alright, so that is going to be a 18 to hit?
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay.
And just so this is a little faster, we'll roll it all in game. Because technically, it doesn't matter which side wins in this, and we want to get to the other stuff.
Oh, if it didn't matter who won, I totally would have joined.
If it didn't matter who won, I would have just dropped 2 fireballs.
Except they don't go into the ring.
I know.
Well,
but
I mean,
if I was
okay.
it-
if you guys beat them too handily and they weren't able to actually like show what they could do, then they probably wouldn't become members.
Okay, that's fair.
But-
That's why I didn't join.
Yeah.
So I assume Enzo is kind of like Gray, where his AC is just fucking 20, 22.
Probably.
Anyway, Ellie.
It's fine.
You'll find out if somebody hits him.
Alright, I'm going to fire at Avani again.
Nope.
Right. It's my turn.
You only get one shot?
Yes.
Enzo.
Chris, did you move up or are you still over there?
I moved up.
He just hadn't moved yet.
All right. Seeing Ivani moving her blade around. Actually, I wouldn't know that. Fine, I'm gonna swing.
Hey, Balaam.
Yes.
10 gold on the new guy.
Nope, that misses.
Nope.
You wanna?
That would hurt.
No. Okay.
I'm debating.
He's debating using his portents. That's what he's debating.
That's the problem. Any side I bet on, well, they have an unfair advantage.
No.
Okay, so
I think I will remain neutral in this matter.
okay. So bonus action, I will cast Dragon's Breath.
Okay.
And then I will do a breath of ice in front of me.
Okay. Is that a save, right?
It's a save. I was popping it up. God damn, what is with my low ass fucking rolls today?
Obviously, you just. Oh.
I mean, it hits, but still. It's a full 6 damage.
Got him.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use absorb elements with that because now I can hit.
I'm going to cast Counterspell on that.
Fine, go for it.
I'm gonna step in and use counterspell.
Your counterspell and the counterspell.
Yeah, everyone outside your magic is not going to go through into the ring, just like in the ring is not going to go out.
Well, that's why I said step in.
Yeah.
Good thing portents isn't magic.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that all?
Damn.
Yeah, because that's my action.
Rin.
I love how you burned an extra spell just for 6 damage.
Waste of a spell.
6 damage you'll never see again.
Okay, 24 to hit. Nice. Is that all you got?
No, I'll use shield.
Shield? Okay.
Yep.
So
I don't think you can.
So, as you
Oh, I
swing,
did use my reaction. Yep. Too bad this thing isn't a reaction.
Yep.
Shield?
Yep. Not this one.
Okay.
arcane energy flares up and it makes you miss.
Well, wait.
Actually, because it's
It's a reaction. He already used his reaction for absorb element.
No, this isn't
No,
a reaction,
this is
apparently.
am I limited to one swing? I thought I get 2 swings.
Oh,
You
do
do
you?
get 2.
Oh yeah, you get it.
13 blade, yeah.
Yep, I forgot you had that now.
Yeah. So did I for a second.
That one.
That missed.
Yeah, that.
Now Ellie.
Alright. Longbow again. And add Hunter's Mark. Plus I add 1d8.
Of course you got
Okay.
fucking Colossus Slayer.
No, only 2. So it's not that bad.
It's
14. total.
Yeah, 14. So,
That all you got?
That is it.
Okay. Yeah. Enzo, back up to you.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I am going to shift over. Okay.
Alright, I'm going to... Yeah. I'm going to cast, No. I'm just going to hit him. No, it's not, Heather.
Okay.
Yeah, that definitely hits. I'm down.
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I got
And
They focus fired him.
specifically targeting me.
well, you just
Yeah.
breathed ice on me.
Yeah.
And counterspelled me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go here now.
Not much I can
So
do
I have an
against
opportunity
double
attack.
teamed.
Ren, opportunity attack.
You're muted.
And we took off the shield, so I took off the 5 points you did before. Because the racial thing is still the spell.
this one.
Oh, can I shift my... I have to, on my turn, shift my Hunter's Mark, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
Part
it
of your
doesn't hit.
bonus. Okay. So, Ronnie down but stable. Ren.
All right. Actually, I want to look at something real quick.
You know, this might have been more of a challenge if Suko had been in there.
Maybe.
What you doing?
Alright, wait. I was thinking about doing something, but I'm not going to do it. So, come up to Enzo. Do my 2 attacks.
Wow.
Wow.
This is why I hate digital dice.
You always
Shut
say,
the fuck up.
but you only ever say it when you roll bad.
And you only say it in this fucking game. Because when you use digital dice in the other one, you roll 7 crits out of 10 rolls. So
Anyway, Ellie.
Alright. I'm going to put my bow away. Then draw my scimitars. And I'm going to shift over. Yeah.
Ouch.
I'm going to hit him with my scimitars.
And now you have advantage.
Correct. So, main hand. Oh, I shifted over my hunter's mark. I wanted to do that. Because I have to apply it to the next.
Okay, well, that'll be your bonus action, which means you're only getting the 1 attack.
Alright,
Why?
shield.
So, shield, that puts your AC above 20, right?
Yeah.
So that actually misses. And Enzo.
Okay, well, we have advantage, so I'm just going to swing. Does a 22 hit you with the shield?
And shield.
22 just hits. With the shield.
So 15 damage.
How?
Oh, I'm sorry, 13 damage. The 2 is for a D10, apparently.
yeah, I was going to say, why did you roll the d10?
14.
It's because
13.
one's two-handed, one's one-handed. You can label the
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off now.
damage.
No, don't take it off.
No, take
Label
off
it.
the second damage. Or
Label it as two-handed damage.
Yeah, that's what the D10 represents.
Because the one on the left is one-hand damage. The one on the... Yeah. You've got to
13 or
add...
15.
It's
13.
the third.
13.
Okay.
So,
This one's just...
Is that all you
tested.
got?
Okay.
Another swing?
No, I was
That
just
missed.
testing it.
Okay.
Well, you got to add your bonuses
That's
to the D10. Otherwise,
You're killing me.
it didn't let you. Mine did.
I said you're killing me.
Anyways,
Okay. Avani.
Ren.
So I'm going to go ahead and do what I was looking at. Thunderstep.
Okay. So how's that work?
I'll go ahead and put it into the...
It's basically Misty Step. They have to make a save when they take lightning damage.
It's what Ford's been using.
Yeah, I just can't keep spells straight anymore, so that's why I always ask.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, they have to make Constitution saves.
Okay. Go ahead.
Saved. Yeah, both of you guys saved.
I have a +8. How are you gonna give me a
So they
6?
take the half damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna absorb elements that one.
Okay.
Fucking
Remember to track your spells. So where are you
The
moving to?
damage?
So 3d10. So I gotta roll the 10s.
It's 3d10 thunder damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I take 2.
8. So 4 damage. 2 damage.
I take
for
2.
And
him.
where are you teleporting to?
So 4 damage on Ellie, 2 damage on Enzo.
And where are you going?
Where are you going?
I'm going to go over here.
Smart. Can't blank ya. Okay. That's your turn. Ellie.
All right. I've really gotten into this fight now, so I'm going to charge at Ren.
Hoover
Hit him
Avani.
with
I'm gonna die!
No,
I'm gonna die! I'm fucked.
that's missed, but I also get an attack with my hooves.
tag out, tag out.
I can't. Mush, mush.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Enzo.
Okay, I'm gonna walk past Avani. She's unconscious but stable, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be like,
I would have been stable anyways because of my parapet of wound closure.
okay, I'm gonna walk by and be like, you have awesome dragon breath, and then continue walking. And then I'm gonna swing.
She wouldn't have heard you.
She's stable. She's just unconscious. You still hear stuff. Just can't
It's
react.
like talking to a sleeping person. They
missed.
don't realize they're hearing it, but they're still hearing it.
Okay. So it missed.
Actually, I'll action surge. Why not get another attack?
That's...
Oh, it's 9 slashing, and then you hit me with lightning before.
You're adding the lightning in.
Yeah.
So 19 damage.
How much?
Nice.
19. You hit me with lightning, and I can hit you with
Absorb
my-
elements can do that.
Yeah, if you hit somebody, your next
Yeah.
attack
Yeah,
gets
you-
the damage type that you did to you. And luckily, since I only have certain type of level slots, that's the highest it goes.
So that's all you got. Ren.
I think I'm starting to figure out what they both are.
You could certainly guess.
Ellie's a ranger.
Yeah, that one's obvious.
Alrighty, so
Sorry for being so obvious.
Are you playing 3 classes, Nick?
No.
Okay, because I pinned down 2 of the classes.
He's playing 2 classes, but he's not playing a human race.
Just saying.
Yeah.
she's an ASMR. Has to
No,
be.
I'm not.
No,
Anyway, moving on.
Is that it?
Moving on. Ren, what are you doing? You can speculate later.
Who's that to?
Ooh, crit.
Who's that to?
You.
Okay. I'm gonna shield the first one. Because my turn already went. So
You said 17 doesn't hit.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh yeah, you have a natural 20, so shield wouldn't do anything. Yeah.
Yep.
If I did shield, you still would miss, but.
And then on top of that, I also get extra because I did Hexblade's Curse. So that is another 4.
Okay, so 13.
Yeah, 13 damage.
That's all you got, Ellie.
Alright, so I'm going to swing with my scimitars.
Get.
Hit, plus Hunter's Mark, plus a d8 because you are below your maximum health.
Yes.
Correct?
So that is 17 damage.
And then with my backhand,
Hit.
so 27.
Doesn't
You
Hunter's
get
Mark apply again?
Hunter's Mark
Yep.
for every
Oh, does-
hit. But
Oh, I
Colossus
thought-
Slayer is only
Good.
once per turn.
Colossus
Right.
Slayer is once a turn, Hunter's Mark every hit.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah,
32.
Ouchie.
Are you still up? Okay.
Hey, Balaam.
Enzo.
Yeah.
Can we do a second fight after this, me and you? Against that?
As fun as that sounds, you and I have business to take care of later. We can't very well go beating each other up.
I mean, against them. Okay.
Oh. No, that wouldn't be fair.
7 slashing.
I'm down.
Oh, no.
So,
Zuko
with
claps.
one last swing, Enzo knocks Renmere out. And then Jaora comes over, puts a drop of something in both Renmere and Ivani's mouths, and you guys wake up. You guys got 5 hit points.
I
And
immediately,
she just...
Fucking hell.
Go ahead.
I immediately cast Cure Wounds on Ren.
I'll go over
shit.
and heal Ivani,
Right, so
trying the entire time.
you're definitely a member of the crew now. And you?
You guys are awesome.
The bloody hell are you?
What? Oh, I'm Enzo, Broomware. Nice to meet you. I'm the Broomware family, the ones that make maps. Yep. I'm on a journey to find treasure. Yeah,
You make maps?
I do.
I run up and I just run up behind him.
Oh, damn it, I gotta stop rolling to the GM. That helps.
Right, so
Ivani, you heal 23.
I was gonna say, I thought you said you healed me. What's my healing? you said you healed me 23, so I'm almost back up to full health then.
Oh,
so
good.
you said I got the 5 from the drop and then the 10 from Ellie. So I'm at 15.
I could hear you again if you're still not feeling very
No,
well.
it's fine, lass. It's fine. Right, so yeah, I'm sure. Right, so you're definitely worth a lot more than I thought. You're definitely staying with us. And you, lad,
Yes.
fucking hell.
I don't.
Who are you with?
I'm looking for. I don't know. I was told to come here to find people. Because I have to go look for stuff for my lady.
Heather, have I heard of his
Me.
family name?
Roll a history.
Actually, what level did you cast it at?
Level 2.
What's the total max amount of healing you can get from that?
That would be... Give me a second. Well, it would be
8, 16.
plus 4.
So 20 health? Cool.
I gotta remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Might have to
So,
start, like, I might have to make a special cure wounds just for
Just
you.
for me? Just tell me you're healing me. And we'll just figure out the math.
Right,
So,
so
Zuko, the name doesn't really ring a bell, but I mean, you're also not from the island, so if he's from anywhere in the sea, you won't necessarily know him.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna tap on my shoulder and be like, Durham, did you see that fight? It was awesome, right? And a little pseudo
And
dragon
you
pops
guys see a little copper pseudo dragon peeks its head out and chirrups something that because can communicate telepathically. No one else knows what he says, just Enzo, but he's just they're all right.
up. It was fun.
You're another one.
Does count as a beast?
Gregory's going to land next to the pseudo dragon on his shoulder, and just
Okay.
So you now have a little owl next to your pseudo dragon, and he kind of looks at the owl like,
Don't
"What are
eat
you
it.
doing here?"
Yeah, don't
And he
even.
kind of swipes at him. Get off! Get off!
Right, so Enzo, is it?
Yep.
Do you have a group?
Nope.
Right. Well, what do you lot think about having him join us too?
I think that would be probably wise, considering we are down 2 members now.
That's very true.
I look behind Enzo's I guess he's wearing a cape, right? And I look at Ren and
Yeah.
I'm like, anybody who can do up Ren is good by me. And I go back
Excuse
behind.
me, Zuko.
Well,
He
he's a
said you
good
could.
fighter. He's a good fighter. You two are some of the best fighters I know now.
Right. Keep bad peddling, lads. Right, so Enzo,
Yes.
welcome to the Pixie Hunt.
What? What the hell's a pixie hunt?
Normally, you ask people if they want to join. You don't just force them in.
If you're willing to join us, the name of the group is the Pixie Hunt. We sail on the moonbeam.
Honestly, I think that it's kind of fitting that we would just Shanghai him into the group.
Okay. Do you guys have room for a dragon horse?
A dragon
Oh,
horse?
what?
A what?
What is a dragon horse?
Well, it's technically
I-
called a Dragolisk.
I'm
He's
going to have
friendly.
to see this creature immediately.
Okay.
First, does it breathe fire?
No, I do that.
What?
If I cast a spell, I do that.
Right. So, no fire on the ship, first off.
Okay.
I'm sorry. How do you cook if there's no fire in the ship?
I was gonna ask the same question.
To be fair, he doesn't mean
No
fire.
breathing
but
fire
I
on
would
the ship.
feel that on the ship.
Okay.
No breathing fire on the ship. The kitchen's an entirely different story because it's equipped specifically for cooking.
That makes sense. Do you guys have any jobs you need to be done on this ship? I could make maps. I know how to navigate.
Nice.
That's perfect. We don't really have a proper navigator.
Well, I mean, we have the skull, but he's not a navigator.
He points north unless he's being an asshole, then he points south.
That sounds like a challenge. I like it.
Oh, that was well fought, Enzo. You have my deep respect.
You are an excellent fighter, and I didn't even have to fully protect you. I was ready. You were good.
Thank you.
Man.
Enzo, do you want to come see some druids with me?
Okay. Do you want to ride a horse?
Sure.
Okay.
It can't be different than riding a mastiff, right?
I guess you'll find
You're
out.
not really. You're not really going to ride a horse, are you?
It's. I'll just show you. It's hard to explain. Okay. Just come outside.
That's really going to make horseback riding awkward that we have a centaur in the party now.
Yeah.
I don't understand why centaurs and horses are completely different species.
Eh,
To lump them all together is racist.
the meaning.
I mean, centaurs are basically bugs because they have 2 rib cages.
Wow.
yeah, don't say that out loud.
Wow.
Anyway,
I wasn't in Suko's voice.
Actually,
Is Zuko saying that, or
No,
is
that
that
was
Max?
Max
Okay.
saying that.
So before we go, to protect people, I need to know what you do. Which ones of you are more delicate? I guess I could put it. Coming from the really scrawny person in like full armor.
Who are the ones that need the most protection?
Yeah,
I
who's
look
the one that
towards
gets hit
Uh,
the most?
Zuko.
You kind of ganged up on one of them.
You ganged up on her.
Oh, I look back. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
And
It's both her and the little one over here.
Okay.
Hey, I don't need.
What makes it worse is it looks like a grandma.
Mm-hmm.
you beat up on a little
I was
old lady.
ignoring that during the fight.
Did you beat up a little old lady?
Yeah. Well, I missed you a lot. I don't think I only hit you once.
Most of the damage was done by the centaur.
Yeah, I was just body blocking.
Yeah.
Grandma got shot.
Yeah.
Fucking people don't give rangers enough credit. Rangers can do insane.
Yeah.
Grandma got
Well,
shot
okay,
by
hang on.
a centaur.
To be fair, Rangers, as far as their class abilities, not just their pure damage output, have some really clunky abilities. And between the two conclaves that they give you by default, the Hunter conclave is pretty much the only thing worth getting, because the Beast conclave is crap.
You gotta
And
take.
Why I never used the one in the book. I used the revised, except the only part I used from the book is the
Explorer.
favorite terrain bit,
Yeah, explore.
because the revised is every terrain. You don't have to deal with difficult terrain and stuff, and it's like, that's BS. Anyway, I'm not going on that
No,
rant
there
for the
were-
10th
There
time.
were a couple of other things that we didn't use.
Yeah, but
From
it's
that
pretty
novel.
much that section, like that whole section.
Well, it'd be
Anyway,
a pleasure to work
Section.
with you. I am out here for certain reasons, so if we do happen to pass by one of my locations, would you guys mind stopping?
I'm willing
What
to
are
help you. What do you need?
What are these locations?
I'm gathering heroic items that I've read in stories
Oh,
and bringing
That-
them back to my best friend.
who's your best friend?
Her name.
Can I be their friend?
Her name is Darby.
Okay.
Oh, you asked what our jobs are. I make things go boom.
That makes sense.
I'm the captain of the main beam.
Oh damn.
And as you can tell, I prevent things from staying boomed.
Yes,
When
I can
he
also
can
do
hit-
that as well. I spare the
The-
dying,
the-
at least.
Essentially, the little one has anger issues. The
I
big one
dance.
fixes the fuck ups.
When me and Balaam team up together, though, we make stuff go really big.
Okay.
There is that. In general, though, I think if you're wondering who of us needs the most protection, Avani and Suko probably would be.
Okay. Well, I have to be
Darn.
decently close to him, so I'm assuming Avani was
Oh,
it.
then you won't.
hmm
I guess you would be holding out to my mark during combat. Good to know.
Whatever that means.
Okay. I guess it'd be easier to show you since Ellie really didn't need it. I'm gonna go up to Vani and mark her, and then be like, Suko, would you mind trying to punch Avani?
Punch is not the right thing for him to do.
I'll walk over and I'll try to.
Allow me.
Okay.
I'm already swinging.
Well, as soon as the attack goes out, I'm gonna switch places with Avani.
I missed anyways. I'm heading the wrong direction.
so almost like he didn't even move, like he was there the whole time. He's just there, blocking the attack. Like he didn't have to do much, but he prevented you to even getting close.
That's cool.
My job is to protect.
That is a impressive maneuver.
Right, so that's interesting. Alright, I need a bloody drink.
Oh, I can go for a drink.
I'm starving.
Right, let's go get some food and drink.
All right. So you guys
Suko,
are
you-
going to the tavern side.
I was going to ask, are you going with them, or would you be willing to work with me on my little plan?
I mean, I can help you with the plan, but I wanted to go see how the druids are doing.
We
We
tell you
can.
what, we can stop by there because it's nearby where I was planning on starting. I can
Okay.
take the song along the way.
Okay. So
Oh,
why do
yeah.
I have to learn a song?
Well, so you remember our The job that we took before we left here a while back, where we found the 2 kids,
Mm-hmm.
well, unfortunately, none of us have been allowed to discuss it. I'm finding a way around it. And I have a very good plan that will take some time, but I feel like it will spread.
Oh, I was going to say I can just put it in people's heads if you'd like.
That will be fun, and I think that will be a good way to do things when we head back. But first, the easiest way to spread a song is to teach it to children.
So wrong.
Okay.
So,
Well,
Suko
I'll
and I
Put this
will.
in everybody's
what-
journals.
When you guys walk outside, I'll go out with you. Like, you wanted to see Asta.
Yes, actually.
Alright, so you guys go outside, and you guys would see Asta. I linked it in the Discord again. You guys would see a horse, purple scales, and gold scales covering most of the legs.
That's
I
Like
run up
odd
to it.
horns that kind of come up
I
too.
run
Have
up
I
to
ever
it.
seen anything like this before?
Holy Jeebus.
Roll a nature.
I run up to it without any well-being for myself, and I just start inspecting it because I am intrigued.
It just kind of looks down at you
You
a
stick
little bit. Yeah, Avani, you've never seen anything like this.
Is it nature or arcana being dragonoid?
You can roll an arcana instead. I'll allow that.
All right, I am totally going to. Actually, you know what? Screw that. I'm going to give myself a 17 on this. 17 plus 7,
24.
plus a D4 guidance.
Okay. So,
28.
Suko and Balaam, you both recognize this as a Dracolisk. That it is essentially a cross between a horse and a drake. Where guard drakes and ambush drakes are the defensive or the offensive, this is a steed that is dragon.
So specifically designed for mobility and endurance.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is super rare.
Interesting. And
Where did you
how? I was just going to ask that, Suko. Go ahead.
Oh, I already did.
Well, you guys saw him summon it out of nowhere.
No, it was already out. I had to write it here.
Oh, was
And
it?
I can't
Okay.
put it
never
away.
mind. Okay.
And that's also on my shield. I was gifted this by my best friend, Darby.
That is some best friend.
Yeah, she also gave me the powers that I was able to use before. I am
I
her
see.
knight.
And where is your friend?
I cannot tell you that.
I walk over to him and I take his hand again, and it's like, "What would it take for me to become a knight like this?"
Lots of training, and I guess power from a powerful being.
So she's
Zuko?
a being, not a person?
Um,
Well, everyone's a being of some
you
kind.
can probably figure out what she is by what I'm wielding, the symbol on my shield. These two amazing partners that I have.
Yeah. But
Mhm.
let's not discuss it in public if her location is secret. Knowing what she is would
Oh, luckily I don't remember how to get there, so no one could even figure it out.
by reading
You're
her
sworn to
thoughts.
her service, but you're not at her side?
That's why she sent me out. She wants me to find the folk hero stories that we've been reading about.
I see.
We used to
I'm
read.
sworn to service to Ren, but don't think I'll be leaving his side.
That's
No.
fair.
Not if
We
I
all
can help.
serve in our own ways. And Suko, you have to finish your studies before you can become a knight. We've been working on that.
Okay.
Afterwards, then by all means. But We need to. We have a bigger problem with Evelyn, and we need to rectify that.
Okay. Well, you guys are heading to, you said Druids?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
the
The main-
zoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
You may have seen it on your way in.
Balaam, was it?
Yes.
I look at Asta and just quiet for a second. I'm pretty much asking Asta if it's okay if he brings Balaam to the tree.
Nods and huffs a little
Alright.
bit.
Asta will let you accompany him to the tree? Question mark?
Okay. That. Are you not going with us, or are you staying here?
No, I heard there was drinking.
Ah,
So
I see.
that's gonna happen.
Well,
Okay.
I guess Suko
Sorry,
and I.
what is a zoo?
Oh.
It is.
Oh.
To put it succinctly, it is a place where people who are not exposed to the wilds can observe animals in safety.
It's an educational thing.
I would think it was the nicest way I've ever heard someone describe a zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Did they not learn about these creatures by word of mouth alone?
There are some things that you must see to believe. If I were to explain to someone your appearance, they would never believe me. Nobody's ever seen one before. Or if they had never seen one before. I haven't until I met you. I would not have believed that a creature such as yourself would have existed until I met you and understand.
Centaurs? You didn't?
Yes.
I read about centaurs a lot.
I did not. My education did not encompass that.
I've read about them, but it's the first time I'm seeing one.
Ellie, if you would like to come with us, you might. I'm picking up a new friend. You might You might enjoy that.
Is Ren going with you?
Probably not. He likes drinking.
Then I'll probably go drinking with Ren then.
I don't like drinking. I just need a fucking drink.
You're in the tavern. They're outside.
Mm-hmm.
They're outside. You're in the tavern.
Alright, well, Balaam, if anything goes wrong, just talk to Asa. He does understand Common.
I do. Actually, does Balaam speak Draconic? I think
He
he
speaks
does.
Draconic.
So,
Actually, you're sending him with two people who speak Draconic. So.
Well, if you
I
speak
speak
Draconic, then
Draconic.
he speaks Draconic and Common.
fantastic. Well, I will.
He
If
doesn't
something
speak,
happens,
he understands. He
I
can
will send
telepathically
him.
talk to me from any distance, as long as you're on this plane.
Oh, that is convenient. I will. I will make sure to at least get him back to you soon.
Okay. Keep him safe. And then I tap Asta. And then I look at Jerome. We're going to get drunk.
On that note, I'm gonna go fetch my dog real quick, so I will be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool people speak Draconic too. For some
Yes.
reason, Roll20 would only let me put Draconian and wouldn't let me put the other one.
Really?
Yeah, I keep trying to put it in and it keeps auto-correcting into Draconian. So I'm like, forget it. I'm speaking Draconian. That's it.
Oh, I really wanted to blow you guys up.
Come at me in 2 levels.
The problem is if you would have done Fireball in there, you would have been hitting yourself and Ren at the same time.
No, 'cause
That
you-
arena was not big.
No, but you can aim it at the edge of the arena and have it back.
It would. You're in a small arena. It would just bounce off and come back at him. Nothing goes through the arena wall.
No,
The
but it doesn't
arena was-
reflect it either.
The arena was small enough that I could actually do. I couldn't hit the full arena, or
You knew it
large
was
enough.
big
That I
enough.
could, yeah, large enough that I couldn't hit the full arena, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. So, we will get back to the druids in a minute. Those that are staying, who's staying to get drunk?
Getting drunk.
That's Enzo and Ren
Ellie.
I was going to the library.
and Avon.
You don't wanna come
He's
to
going
the
library.
druids?
Okay, so just so you know, Avani, you've only got an hour, 2 hours by now before everything closes down because it's evening.
Ah, shit. Yeah, if there's not
Start
if there's not a lot of time, then there's no use going to the
I,
library.
I forgot. Derwin has his own personality.
Yeah.
Do you want a drink?
Sure.
Fair enough. All right. This is gonna be fun.
Is he old enough to drink?
Yeah.
Yes.
right.
Am I old enough to drink? How old are you? Is there an age to drink?
Go drink.
Kind of, sorta. It's not like a set age where it's like they're checking IDs essentially, but it's like, do your parents know you're here? At that point, they're not serving you.
Oh, okay. So there's a visual, like, okay, you're too young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, we should be fine.
I need to see if anybody thinks Suko is too young now that he's 9 years younger. Like, look wise. We'll see. We'll see next time I try.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So, Avani, are you going to the druids then, or are you?
Yeah, I'll go to
staying
the
at
druids. I'll go to the
Rachel?
druids.
Okay.
Asta should be able to carry Balaam and Avani. Avani probably doesn't weigh much.
But it's not carrying me.
You're on Peter.
Oh, okay.
You brought Peter with you. Leave
Yeah, you
Peter
got
to get
Peter.
drunk with us?
Yeah. Giving a mastiff beer.
Mastiff's gonna get turned
He
up.
has the little keg under his chin and he just drinks from that.
It's got a little straw in it.
Wait, sure. Yeah,
I use tinker tools to make him a sippy straw.
Mastiff's got a sippy.
Yes.
Yes.
You make him one of those helmets that the straws go down.
Just loads up 2 tankards and then
Anyway.
puts little straws in them.
All right.
Has number 1 on it.
Okay. So, Enzo, Ren, and Ellie, you guys join the crowd in the Blades Hall Tavern. You guys are able to find a few seats at the end of one of the tables. Not a table to yourself, but there's a little bit of space between you guys and the next group down. And
Ellie is obviously
you guys,
sitting.
yeah. So you're standing at the end, or I guess you could be kneeling,
You can
so that
do
you
the
can
horse
not be
No.
too tall.
No, she would be standing.
Okay. You'd have to like reach way down to get your cup and stuff, but whatever. Anyway, so you do see again on the tables all the group names etched in. See if I can find some of the new ones.
I'd like to go up to the bar to get 2 drinks. And when I bring them
Okay.
back, I'm probably going to trip. And drop one.
Okay.
Or both.
Okay.
What do I need?
Roll a dex and we'll see. Okay. Okay, you lose both.
Damn.
So, they don't fall on people, do they?
No.
Good.
Not
That would
this
be
time.
Quite embarrassing. I'm so sorry. I'm terribly, terribly sorry.
That didn't look good. You okay?
Oh, yes, of course I'm fine, but clumsy. I dropped straight.
That's fair. It's not. There's
that's
not much room
terrible.
in here. No. But I'll go get the drinks for us. So you can relax. And I'm gonna take 2 of the bar stools and put them long ways so she can lay down on them and let her hoofs just go below.
No,
Ooh.
she's fine. She's just going to stand.
It's centaur seating.
Centaurs don't usually sit.
Well, usually not in a bar either. So you're
True.
already beating the odds.
It's true. There's no bars back where I come from.
So I'm gonna come back with 3 big cups, and then a little disc, and I'm gonna pour some of the beer into the disc for Durham. And then if I'm having a conversation with you guys, and I start drinking, Durham starts talking for me, and finishing my sentence.
And it's very weird hearing his voice come out of this dragon.
Very, very clever.
It's not
clever trick.
the creature's own. Yeah.
Oh no,
It's not
I'm
the
just
creature's
able
own
to speak.
voice.
I'm able to
it's
speak through him
Renzo's.
if I'm otherwise preoccupied.
Like as you're drinking.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop drinking to have a conversation.
So that'll be we'll say 6 silver for the
Okay. For all of
the
them.
alcohol. Yeah, total. And some of the names, looking down at the table, the names carved in it. There's the Great Pub Crawl, the Imbeciles, 2.5 Men, and Exterminating Circumstances.
What do these mean?
Ren, you're the one that knows about the tradition.
The tradition, sorry. The sound keeps cutting out on me.
The group names carved into the table.
Oh. Right. So, it's primarily so the names of the groups can live on in fame or infamy, depending on how they act. As well as it's by some seen as a sign of good luck. If you're willing to put your name, carve your name of the group into the table, this shows your trust in your fellows and your willingness to do whatever must be done.
So they honor you honor your warriors in this way?
We can, yes.
And this is a common Durlock practice?
Within the guild, yes. Don't know if there are rules to do it, but within this guild, it's a practice of such a way. And I point out one of the more well-known names, or one of the more well-known named groups that has actually done some great deeds. And I tell her about that.
Okay.
Extraordinary.
So the one you point out is a little further down the table. It's Lux and Tenebris, and it's an older group, not currently active, but it's one that's done some pretty great deeds.
Do any of these names sound familiar that I would have read them from a little folklore book?
You've heard of or read about the Lux and Tenebris, yes. The others are newer and less serious, so they haven't done anything super noteworthy yet.
Oh man, I bet these people sat at this table at some point. That's so cool. Heroes, saving the world, drinking beer.
The name wouldn't be here if they didn't sit at the table.
That's also fair.
So there is food here, isn't there? I really am starving.
There's food, depending on what you like.
Oh, I like lots of food. I mean, we mostly eat fruits and vegetables where I come from, but, you know, we do eat a little bit of meat. I love meat.
Right, so I'll call over the barmaid, you order what you like.
You guys can spend 4 silver each, and they pretty much have everything.
Okay, I want at least one of everything.
Okay, so make that 6 silver for you.
I'm gonna just have some big meat and potatoes and then rip off some pizza and give it to Durin.
You don't even have to rip any off. He's like, as you're eating, he's there picking at it too. Yeah.
Okay, so how much food?
He's not waiting for you to feed him. You pretty much ordered a double portion, so there you got 2 big plates coming out.
That may not be enough. We'll find out.
Ow, that was my lip. Don't. You're
right.
biting too close.
So, anything else you guys want to talk about before I jump over to the Heart of Oak?
Oh, I'm just gonna ask Ren about his adventures and him and stuff. So.
Ask about my adventures in what?
All your adventures and about you. I'm trying to get to know you to better protect you.
I tell her about how the group met and what happened and all the different members who've been part of and then left and then who's come to replace them and whatnot.
Is there any specific adventure you talk about?
I do not talk about the vampires since we were contracted not to talk about the vampires.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell them.
So you
I
talk
tell her
about getting Sloop. No, I just based.
There's one big one. Ivana
What?
died there.
So let's see.
She died on her way there.
So talking about the adventure for the Falling Star?
No.
Or oh, she's talking about the bullets.
Yes. So when you bring up the story about the castle, I'm like, wait, you guys were the ones that did that? That's the reason I came to this island, because I heard some crew did it over there, and they were coming here. I didn't know it was you guys.
Heard reads about that already?
You guys cleared out a temple of a demon, and apparently made friends with this Naga.
I didn't realize the word reached this island so soon.
Yeah, there's talk about it all over the place. Well, at least I hear it, but I also just listen to people's conversations. Don't tell people that.
Right. Aye, that was us.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm
And
probably 3 drinks in by now. I don't stop.
And unfortunately for Honey, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park.
You know what? Fuck you. That would have knocked out anyone.
Nope.
Good thing Suko was there. And Balaam. And everybody. Everybody was great.
Would have knocked out anyone, but you're the
Anyway.
one that got knocked out.
Oh, that's so cool. All right, this is gonna be fun.
Okay.
And you can switch.
So, while you guys are talking, everyone else reaches the Heart of Oak, and you guys are able to go in the gates and, see all the animals wandering around freely. A few of the druids and Suko, you're able to find one of those that you know has been keeping an eye on your egg, and they lead you into the chamber in the tree where there's that little fire pit. And there's a couple of them there, and they're watching it. And they tell you any day now. It's hard to tell, but any day.
Could I just stay here?
If you wish.
Actually, if you would like, and I'll bring out Adamai. If you have any word, the egg starts to move, hatch, looks like it's about time, send my owl to find me, and we will be here right away.
All right.
Okay.
We
Thank
can
you,
do
Balaam.
that.
And that way you don't have to stay here. As much as it would probably be a pleasant wait, I feel like you would get frustratingly bored.
Yeah. Did I tell Balaam what the egg was?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
I don't know, did you?
Yeah, no, we talked about it when you originally turned it in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so are we doing the 4-way split or no? Are we doing any type of split with the money or no?
That's up to the group. If we do the 4-way split, that's great. If we want to save it, we could still pay off your dad's debt and just be done with it, be quits of it, and then keep the whatever's left in the party fund to buy some super big item.
Let's do that. Fuck it.
Okay.
'Cause I mean,
So
I'm pretty good on money right now, anyways.
I will deduct the that from the budget, and I will send that off after when it's convenient to be discussed.
I'm good on money as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and delete the debt from my list, Heather.
It's going to be
3,000 gold.
20 gold to ship it securely.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
I'll push
3,000 for the debt.
shipment.
Done.
Because you got to find a secure courier.
Okay.
Now, so Suko, you've visited your bird. Are you good for now, or did you want to stick
Yeah.
around longer?
No, I'm fine unless if we wanted to go work on that song.
Well, it should be fairly simple. It's
Am I allowed to sing the song? Still?
absolutely if you'd like.
Because I was going to say if I'm not allowed to say anything about it.
See, that's the thing, is we're not discussing what was in I
We're
look
doing
around.
this as we're walking.
Yeah, I kind of look around. We're not discussing what we saw there. We're discussing the events that led up to what we saw there. That's specifically why I crafted this song. Which I really wish Yvelda was still with us, because she could have helped refine it. But I feel like she's got her own crusade to fight. She's got her own crusade to fight. So, we'll see.
Because I was going to say I can just implant it into a kid's head, like the song, so then
You
we
could.
can bypass it.
Well,
just in case. I'd hate to be kicked out of the guild because of breach of contract.
I understand, but this shouldn't breach contract. And do you have access to the song? Like, did Heather share it with you, or?
I have no idea
I-
yet.
Okay.
I think I put it in everybody's journal.
Okay.
What's
No,
it
if
under?
It's not.
It's Balaam's plot.
Balaam's
Ah.
plot.
Yeah, I don't have it.
And I
I put it to all players.
God, that is a long song.
it's 7 verses.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it took me like an hour to come up with it, and I added another verse this morning. So
Okay, so you guys are gonna work on that tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably work on that tonight with Balaam.
Keep in mind, it is dinner time. There's not as many kids out and about, but you can start putting it in adults' heads.
The
That would
street lights
work.
are on. The kids are away.
So the verses.
Well, it's
are-
more like come in for dinner.
it's a
Um,
kind of a sing-songy nursery rhyme. And Dorothea, fair and white, met a man on a starry night. She gave her heart, he gave it back, drained of blood and colored black. And the whole thing goes like that.
Heather, is there any bard around that I've seen? Like,
I mean, there's a few performers in town that you've noticed. They just kind of wander where the work is.
okay, I'm going to find one that's well dressed if I can. Like the well dressed in like 10, 15 minutes that I can just look after I'm done with.
Roll investigation.
Okay.
You do realize that by putting the story out, they're not going to be happy with us.
Who's gonna be happy with who?
They don't
Okay,
know that
you
it's
don't
us.
find any.
They're probably going to insinuate, considering we're the only people who know about those kids.
Not about Aunt Dorothea and turning them into vampires. There are others who know. Balaam knows secrets.
Hey, Heather. Is there a town crier to like give out the news and shit?
There is. They normally only work in the morning.
Yeah, I was going to say
Um,
they're not normally nighttime people.
And it's normally like announcements from the city, not like you can hire them to announce anything.
I can make them think it's from the city.
It's fine. Just keep it subtle. We don't want to be too heavy-handed about this. I am
Okay.
perfectly fine with this taking, several months to germinate and grow.
I'll
And
find
you guys
some.
have a few days.
Yeah, I'll find some guys talking about it in the bar, and I'll put it into their heads.
Okay.
Just some people who
And I
seem
assume
like
you're using your spell for this?
I am, so they're gonna have to do a DC. Because I need to detect their thoughts first before I can modify it. So the DC is 16, and I don't know what it is. Wisdom, I think, or is it intelligence?
It's probably wisdom. Most of the stuff affecting people is a wisdom.
Intelligence.
Is intelligence? That sucks.
I'm checking.
Well, that was a nat 3. It doesn't matter.
On just one guy. I was gonna do it probably 3 times because I've got 3 uses of the spell.
Okay. So, that was a nat 18 on the second,
Okay.
Next one gets a 13.
and okay,
Um,
technically already rolled, but I hadn't said it, so that's fine.
wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
So
Well, these are average people, so they have average, so it's whatever we rolled.
I'm just going to take one of their existing trivial thoughts, like what am I having for dinner or whatever tonight, and changing it into the song.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the 2 that failed start humming. Seems to have worked.
Okay.
You don't know if they're going to keep it in their head for very long or to spread it, but you got it in a couple people's head.
That's why you start with kids. Kids will always sing songs to everyone they meet, especially if they're scary and creepy.
Yeah. We'll find kids in the morning.
Just go knock on some people's houses. Do you have any children?
Reverse trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Go around with candy and sweets. Just be like, trick-or-treat! What?
Throw candy at their face, run.
Just go down the street with Asta and be like, dragon
Yeah.
horse. Dragon horse. Dragon horse.
Is it a unicorn? No, kid. No. Just no.
3 pony rides. Polymorphs the dragon horse into a unicorn.
He would not be happy about that.
No, especially considering you can't do unicorns with polymorph.
No. True polymorph.
And
Yes.
I don't know, can they be affected by polymorph? Can Celestials be affected by polymorph?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's just they could only be turned into beasts.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true polymorph that you can turn them into anything.
Shall we go to bed then? Find
Yeah.
an inn?
We could probably go back to the Blades Hall.
Yeah, probably. I think they're probably
Yeah,
still
you
there.
do know that they have rooms.
We show up and everybody is fucking sloshed. And I got my dog drunk.
So, you guys get back. You guys get back, and only Enzo is there. Enzo, were you only drinking like beer or mead, or are you getting something stronger at some point?
If somebody brings something stronger,
maybe
I'm not
an
gonna
hour.
say no to it.
Well, I mean, they would offer, but it's you're ordering, so.
Why not? We'll try a couple big ones. But I just like to get drunk. I don't want to like not
Okay.
remember stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So where is it? They offer you Willow's whiskey. Roll it. How many of them are you having first
Probably
of
like
all?
one.
Just one? Okay.
Yeah, it's just a shot.
So go ahead and roll a con save.
Okay. That's a 9.
He's won
Okay, so
today.
you are definitely buzzed.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, no, not ones. That's drunk. You're at the first stage of drunk.
Well, you can only auto
So-
crit on attacks, so it's a 9. You still add your modifiers to it.
Well, that would have been discussed. in
Yeah, but the
session
way I'm
zero.
doing the alcohol is if you
Oh, roll a 1
if you
side
roll a
effects.
nat
Yeah,
1,
yeah,
then
yeah.
it's just 2 levels instead of 1 level.
I So when we
Yeah.
get there, I see Enzo, right?
Yeah.
I
And
gasp.
he's drunk. It's not like slosh drunk. It's just like happy drunk.
I gasped a bit, and I turned to Balaam. Do you think he'll sing the song?
He might, though he is a part of our group now, and by association, bound by our. Well, no, he wouldn't have been there at the time of contract. He would not have been subjected to the time of contract. Is my theory correct, or do I have to go grab the books for the guild bylaws?
Okay, so from what you've been able to glean, he wasn't there, he wasn't participating, so he's not bound by it. I assume that you guys didn't register them yet as Pixie Hunt, or did you?
Not yet.
No? Okay, so they're not officially part of Pixie Hunt, and Balaam isn't technically part of Pixie Hunt yet, which you guys are going to need to do.
Yep.
But, so he's not bound by that, but you can tell him the song safely, but telling him the story is going to break the oath.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Contract.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to.
Go ahead. You do
I
your
was
thing.
going to say I'm going to put it in his head at higher level.
Okay, roll the save, Enzo.
Is it a wisdom?
Wisdom save.
Roll low, please.
14.
Not low enough.
You failed.
Okay. You just
So-
told the drunk
So
person
you
the
just
song.
now have
suddenly
a
have a catchy song and you're stuck in your head, and you lost.
Yeah,
Catchy?
You lost the
Dark.
Catchy.
Catchy, but dark.
Yeah, but
You
that's
lost
not
the memory
Enzo.
of your last drink.
What did I have again?
I
In your head.
wouldn't have remembered the last drink anyway. Okay.
Okay, your surface memory. You lost a surface memory
Okay.
because I have to modify it. It's
So it's like you look down and you're like, oh, I guess I finished it. But now you've got this dark but catchy song in your head. You have no clue where you heard it. But it's just running through your head.
Hey,
The
Enzo.
question is Enzo drunk enough to suddenly start singing it?
No, it has nothing to do with heroes. It's not. It's just gonna be like, why do I know this?
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, I guess it wasn't worth it. Hey,
That's
Enzo.
Hi. You guys
How
wanna
are you?
drink? Are we all drinking now?
I can drink.
During,
I'll walk up
Durin's
to the
still
bar
trying
and
to
I'll
beat
try
me
to order
drinking.
drinks.
What are you wanting to order?
Enzo, what do you want?
I don't care.
Balaam.
Just something light. Need to
Miller.
keep my head.
Okay.
So they've got beer and mead.
I'll
This
grab
is-
a beer for them, and I'll grab mead for myself.
So that's, excuse me, half a silver each. So 5 copper.
Do I have exactly 5?
And yeah, this would have been a short rest
Yeah, you got everything.
because you spent
back.
at least an hour just hanging out.
Everything.
Yeah, copper. Okay.
So you guys can now chat while you drink if you want.
So, you mentioned you're looking for some items.
Yes.
What's first on your list?
I'm gonna just start pulling out. I pull this tube out from behind me, and I unscroll a bunch of maps that have like these big circles in some areas, and then some of the pieces of the maps are missing. I don't have the name of it, but it was last seen in this area. It's inside supposedly some kind of castle, and it was used to smite this weird 3-headed creature.
Heather, can I roll a history check on this?
Sure.
I study magic item.
I'd like to as well.
Is it considered a magical item?
I would imagine
yeah.
so if he's looking for it.
Rock gnome advantage.
Nice. I'm just going to roll.
I fail.
I fail.
Guys.
I did not.
Advantage, you suck.
Ooh.
A fireball
Nice.
flies up the stairs.
Well, I was
Get
gonna
out.
roll,
No.
but he rolled a natural 20, so I don't need to.
So, that was a sword. It was a Holy Avenger.
Ah.
Yes. It is somewhere. Hang on, let me look at my map again. Load darn you. So it was down near Carolyn and Cavalier.
It's all the way south.
Let me guys bring you guys over to Whoop. Okay, so down here, Clue Islands by the dragon.
Okay. And then there's Carlin.
And there is another circle down here, which Vani, you realize is
Down where?
about where Paresh was supposed to be. Down
Where?
here.
Down
Do
there?
you not see this pinging down at the
I'm
bottom?
seeing it. I was too high up.
Okay. Oh.
So he's looking for an item close to where Paresh sank.
Well, he's heard of one, yeah.
I heard a hero had an item, and that was where he was last seen, or they were last seen.
Interesting.
I'm gonna point at that spot. What did this person have?
When did you get here? And I jump back.
Avani's been with us the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Avani's always a quiet person.
I just wasn't paying attention.
She's like
Why
Drax.
couldn't Avani have fucking followed me?
Because you made friends with a centaur.
Yeah, like I said, Avani's kind of like Drax. She's learned to be so still that you don't see her.
Anyway, so that particular one you do remember was a hero that was from there that they had a special wand, and there were lots of different stories about this wand, but you're not exactly sure which ones are true.
It's the Elder Wand.
There's stories of it doing, yeah, pretty much. By the tails, pretty much. Like, it could do anything.
Okay. Glad I got it right. Interesting. And any that are close by?
Well, I came here because I heard that there were some heroes that freed a castle, and then I was like, the best way to find out information is to join a guild, and then I fought you guys.
Yep. So far, we are up to date. I was just wondering if you had any that were nearby within a few days' travel. Consulting the maps.
That had Tempest. Yeah.
Huh?
Consulting the maps.
The closest one on the maps, looking at them, was Thundercrest, where Tempest was, because that was kind of a legendary, not like legendary power, but it was well-renowned weapon.
Ah, okay. Well, in that case, that one you can mark that one off your list.
What? Really?
Unfortunately, it is.
He should have realized that he somewhat saw it firsthand.
He doesn't know what it looks like. He just knows what it is.
Well, actually,
The etchings. The etchings that said
Just
Tempest.
knows about it.
he just knows what it was. And
Yeah,
where
but it was Tempest and Celestial. I don't think he knows
Oh
Celestial.
no, I know like 0 languages. I speak Common and Dragon. That's it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he
I
doesn't
will.
realize that he just fought against Tempest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will inform him
beat
that
Tempest.
it has
Yeah, I
been.
heard there was a set of armor there, and that there was a sword.
Yes,
And I
the
think
set
the
of
guy had a shield
armor,
at some time too.
and I show him my shield.
Oh my goodness! Can I see it really quick? Susie, if he hands it to me, I'm gonna start drawing it really quick.
Sure.
I'm not gonna take the shield.
I'll hand it over. Unfortunately, the armor was left in Serenity Bay.
Why?
Well, none of us could use it, and we needed the money more than we needed the armor. Not all of us quite have your love of historical artifacts.
That's fair.
I can, if we are back in Serenity Bay, I can take you to the shop I sold it to, and
There's no fucking way that armor's still there.
It's expensive. I don't. Not a whole lot of people probably have enough money to buy it outright. So,
Does he have a picture of the armor? Or no?
Nope.
He wants.
I only know the stories.
I'll pull out my piece
Yeah,
of paper
he only
and I'll
knows
try
the rough location.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's like if someone described Thor's hammer, I wouldn't know what it looked like. I would just be like, "Oh, it's a small hammer that lets you fly." Okay.
I pull out
it's
my,
a hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pull out my a piece of paper and a quill and I try to draw him. The armor.
Oh, you trying to draw me like a French girl or like the armor?
No, I'm trying to draw the armor.
I'm just trying to do the armor
Okay.
for you.
Super
From memory.
One of your French girls.
Roll a. What tool proficiencies do you have? I know you have
Calligraphy and
right? No, you have.
I have to cartograph first.
Just roll a dex.
have guidance.
Dex on top of calligraphy or no? Just dex.
Just dex.
Okay.
Because it's not technically calligraphy.
And then guidance on top of that. Gotcha.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be calligraphy? if
I'm
he wrote
adjusting
really
the
tiny in
DC
a
though
shape?
because.
Give me a minute.
Well, I'm adjusting the DC because it's a similar skill, but it's not quite the same skill. That's why he doesn't get that proficiency.
13.
Okay, that's enough. So it's pretty good, pretty spot on drawing.
And I pass him the picture of the armor.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna fold it up into a little square, and then like tape it to the underside of where it was found.
And if you want to see Tempest, ask the captain. That's his sword.
Well,
Wait, he used his sword? The Tempest on me? I'm
yes.
honored.
Well, not exactly the Tempest. It has been
His sword ate Tempest.
assimilated.
Oh. Sounds painful.
Yes, we're not really sure how it works, but apparently he had the sword, and he had another sword, and the new sword, or the old sword, took on the properties of the new sword, and the new sword's gone. Don't know how it all works.
Oh, okay.
So yes, you mark that one off your list. We'll go find you some new shinies.
Yes.
Because that actually sounds like quite a lot of fun.
I was going to this location anyways.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
so-
guessing the Sunken City?
Yes.
Okay.
I can draw you some cool magic items if you'd like. My father has some.
Who's your father?
I guess I didn't tell you my last name. My father is Winston Lowe.
Heather? Does that ring a bell? Are there stories about Winston Lowe?
Roll a history.
Yes, ma'am.
He's
Roll a history.
Oh, this is
pretty
great.
good enchanter.
Yep.
Does not know him at all.
That's canon.
Jesus
He's not from the sea.
Christ.
All the ones.
He's
Yeah.
not from the sea.
I pull out my father's spell book, and I place it on the table, and I let him look at that a bit while I try to draw a picture.
What language is this?
It's in Draconic mostly.
Oh, okay. So I understand what it's saying. I just don't know what any of it means because it's probably not any complete sentences.
3 of the last 7 rolls have been natural ones.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those nights.
And then I'm drawing a picture of a item in my father's collection, one that he's made.
And which one is that?
I'm probably going to do one of the wands he's made.
Okay. It's a very beautiful wand.
Okay. And I'll
That one you've seen enough. That's not hard at all. I mean, the armor you didn't see for very long. That's why I made you roll.
Mm-hmm. Well, I haven't seen it in a long time. I've seen the armor before. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but it's like if you see the same chair for years, you know what the chair looks like.
Yeah, and I'll hand him the piece of parchment with the picture of the wand on it, and it's like 3 different angles of it.
I'll fold it and put it into one of the blank spots because I don't know where it is yet.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually training to kind of be. I'm training to make magic items.
Awesome.
Oh, do you just like magic items, or do you like how they're made?
I like the heroic deeds that they're done with.
The
Or
heroic
the
deeds
stories
that
that
more-
are tied to it.
Yeah, he's more into the legends that spring forth from magical items.
I pull off
to
my.
use a magic item that was saved, that was used to save a village with a single strike.
I pull out my. Put my hands onto the table and show him my gloves. I blew up a pirate ship with these.
I would have to see it with my own eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only thing that I've seen that saved a village in one strike was kind of destroyed in the process. But it was more mundane than magical. It was a cart full of gunpowder, tar, and dead meat.
Oh, that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That
So
sounds
That
pretty
was
cool.
pretty awesome.
That should not have worked as well as it did.
I am so glad that it did. Thank you again, Heather, for that.
Yeah. That was actually pretty clutch. Yeah. Smart.
But yes, the only other thing I have that has had any sort of combat bending influence, and I pull out the decanter of endless water, is this little trinket right here.
You get a little chuckle out of Suko.
It looks like a container of water.
That's because it is a container of water. It's a container of lots of water. But
It
against a
banished
fire
fire-
element.
It banished the fire elemental in 4 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna take out a book and just start taking notes.
Well, you can blemish the fat. Okay.
Yeah, okay. If you wish to exaggerate, it was more around maybe 30 seconds for us to completely take down the elemental.
Mm-hmm.
But this played a major part.
Yeah. Well, we should go to bed. It's getting late.
Okay. About that time, when you and Ellie return from the bathhouse, feel free to keep bickering. Right.
Yeah, I've been reading that bickering. It's hilarious.
How was
I
your
don't
bath?
think we're bickering.
How was your guys' bath?
Are we bickering? I assume his bath is quite lovely. However, he has some odd notions about clothing that I don't quite understand, and I don't feel like he really explained very well.
Okay, well, see, in
I'm going to bed.
two-legged people
I kind of
world,
start following him. Hold on. I start following him.
Oh, shit.
I love this. I love that now in 2 campaigns. he has
and
a
they're
baby.
gone now.
It's worse with her.
Yep.
Please, perhaps I should just examine the room first before you bed down for the night. I'll leave after that.
I lean over to Balaam. Does she like him?
He has his own overprotective Chewbacca.
I'm not
I'll be
sure.
back.
I've never been one to really gauge, people very well when it comes to that particular thing.
Well, she said she had an oath, so I'm assuming it's not love, but it's work? But kind of like a little past the boundary of like personal space?
Maybe. I could insight, but I'm not sure how much I glean from it. Because it would require a little bit more knowledge of her as a person.
I could intimidate it out of her.
Not
Every
everything
time
has
Suko
to be
says something, I'm like, is he exaggerating? Because I don't know what Suko could do.
Not everything has to be gained by force, Suko.
Okay. Well, not having it is the worst.
Suko, you want to see a trick?
Oh, sure.
Sure. Go across the room. Really far.
I'll go.
I'm going to have Durin go behind him. And then I'm going to start drinking and talk to Suko. But have Durin, like, behind something.
Across the room?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing!
Pretend to be a ventriloquist.
Literally through his voice.
Balaam hears nothing. Just... and then Durin's going to hop on his shoulder and I'm going to keep talking
You hear
to Suko.
Yeah. You hear Suko shouting across the room that it's amazing, and a few people turn and like, what?
Oh, how did Asta treat you? I'm going to have Durin come back.
I'll come back to the table.
Really well. He was... there was no issues at all. I appreciate the use of him.
Well, he let you. It's not that I allowed it.
Yes. Well,
Him and Derwin both have their own little
quirks.
I'm gonna cover Durin's ears. Like they're a little like hard-headed, and then I'm gonna let it go.
And he nips the end of your finger.
Ah, okay.
I see.
Yeah, they don't. They're trusted allies, and I would give my life for them. But it's not like I tell them what to do.
Well, you
And you hear Durham say, yeah, keep talking.
Hey, you ate some of my food already. I could have got your own, but nope. You just wanted to eat mine.
You don't need that much.
The reason I'm skinny is because you keep eating my food.
Yeah, that's totally right.
So, who's bunking with who?
I will purchase a room and... Well, actually, I'll go ahead and purchase 2 rooms for myself and our new friend.
Oh. Thank you.
No problem. You've had a long journey. I imagine provisions may be tight, so we'll make sure you're taken care of.
It's very nice.
And I'm going to head up to my room.
Right. I'm going to know that horses aren't allowed to walk through the front entrance. So I'm going to go to my room and then summon Asta.
Into the room?
Into the room.
Nice.
I'm gonna go up to, I assume I'm staying with Balaam?
You can if you would like.
Yes. I'll head up and go to bed as well.
And did Avani go to the Druids, or are you sharing with the new guy that has a horse in his room now?
No, I'm gonna go to the Druids.
So
And I guess as you go upstairs, you see Ellie standing outside one of the rooms.
What's wrong, Ellie?
Arms crossed. Nothing at all.
Is
Why are
he
you in
not
the
letting
hallway?
you?
Guarding the door.
You can sleep. It's safe in the city.
Not only that, but there's a whole tavern full of adventurers that anyone wishing harm on Ren would have to get through.
That's assuming those adventurers don't wish harm on Ren themselves.
Yes. But if you worry this much,
He
you
does
gotta
have a lot of
stress
enemies.
yourself out. And if you get injured from being
He does
stressed,
have
that's
a lot
not
of
very...
enemies.
I'm not there. I'm not there.
Suko just nods and he's like, yeah, that's fair.
Well, if they had a problem with Ren and tried to do anything especially while within the guild, they would be subject to severe punishment from the guild, and not many wish to incur that wrath.
Perhaps. Nevertheless, I believe I'll stay right here.
Well,
Do you want a pillow?
No, thank you. That's very sweet. I'm not quite sure what I would do with a pillow.
You put your head on it.
Oh, I see. I sleep standing up. Do you
Okay.
sleep lying down?
Do horses sleep standing up?
Yes, they do.
Do they really?
Very.
Yes.
That sounds painful.
No, their
okay.
bodies are designed for it.
As we're going into the room, when God damn it. When Peter tries to get into the room after me, I'm gonna be like, Peter, go keep her company in the hall.
He kind of looks at you, looks down the hall, looks at you.
Okay, you can come in. I give in immediately.
Suko subjected to his own charms.
So are all these rooms like right next to each other?
If you
I
want.
believe so.
Yeah. So if you guys are getting ready for bed, all you hear is a horse stomping in the room next door. Stop! You can't. No, you're gonna break it. Just lie down. Just lie down. Just lie down.
As it goes on for like 10 minutes. Will you guys please stop? I will come over there and I will reduce what's making that sound.
You can't find somewhere comfortable to sleep.
I cast silence on the room.
I extend the spell. It's not my spell. I think.
Oh, perfect use.
How many
I
beds are
love
in
the
the
spells
rooms?
being used out of combat for stuff.
How many?
2 beds each.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put both beds in the middle of the room, and then we'll just use both beds.
Dog pile on the beds.
Yeah.
Sure. Scaly cuddle puddle. Yep.
Yeah.
Heather, when Balaam goes to sleep, I'm gonna look at the Luvest crystal a bit.
Okay. Are you just seeing if it changed color or what?
I'm actually going to look at it really closely, like any changes magically, or if there's like an image in the crystal that's just hard to see, like it's almost like a glare type thing or whatever. I'm just gonna look, just do a full rundown
Go ahead
on
and
it.
roll perception. Perception with advantage. We'll do it that way.
Okay, I was going to say, is it magical? But I
Know
guess
that.
you do. Okay.
Okay. So looking at it real intently and thinking back of the different changes you've been watching, you notice it looks a bit more black here than it has in Serenity Bay. Like there's not a huge change, but like it was black in Cliffport, it's pretty black here, but it's more green in Serenity Bay. So it's varied as you've traveled.
Okay. No other changes?
No, not that
Okay.
you can detect.
Gotcha. And then I'll sleep. It's just me up on the pillow, and then the Mastiff has the rest of the bed.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
All right. So, Ren, you've got a centaur guarding outside your door because she doesn't trust the other adventurers. And everyone else partnered up. Vonnie's at the tree. So, you guys wake up the next morning, well rested. It is now the 22nd. You guys are going to have a few days before the bird hatches. So do you guys have any preference? I know Balaam was going to put that song around town and do a bit of research. And Avani was going to do a bit of research.
Are there any stories?
Let's start with Avani. I mean, you. Anyone else that's going to the library, I'll get to you guys next because you guys can all go together. But Avani, doing your research into Paresh, go ahead and roll an investigation. Okay. You don't find too much more than what you already had, but you do find some old maps that they're not very accurate. You can tell they're not accurate. But about where that circle on Enzo's map is a rough drawing of an island that is labeled Paresh.
Okay. Okay, and then after I find that information, I want to do some more research on any of the other temples.
Right. Go ahead and roll another investigation for me.
Look for the other temples.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Vulcan is the Roman god of what?
Smithing. It's Hephaestus.
Vulcan is the Roman god of smithing?
It's Hephaestus, yeah.
Smithing, volcanoes, fire.
Okay.
Why does Cop Dad need to know that?
Yeah.
Cop Dad's
I have no clue.
needs
it's for the new episode.
Yeah.
Next time. Cop Dad.
So let me see which ones you already know of already.
The only one I knew about was the one on Paresh.
Well, no, because I've given you a few others. Oh,
Well,
you
no.
listened to the names of. You just didn't know the places. Okay.
Yeah, I just knew
That's
that
what it
there was some
Okay.
in the Hamona Gardens, some in the Wild, and some in the Conflux.
Okay, so you find records of the conflux listed or described as being in the outer sea. And
Roman god of fire.
he was also the smith. Fire and smith, and then the volcanoes were named after him. Anyway, you know, and you do know the outer sea is a large open ocean to the west of the Aeolian. You find record of Harmonia Gardens in a kingdom called Artignon.
How's that pronounced?
And the pronounced or spelled?
Pronounced or spelled? Artagnan.
It's D'Artagnan without the D, with proper pronunciation. And then the Wild is in the Stone Spine Mountains.
Mate, so Billy,
That's
you
all.
don't have to follow me everywhere.
There may have been one more. There's Wild.
Those are the ones. Yeah,
and there was
those are-
one location in the refuge that I know of.
yeah. Those are the ones that you found locations of this time.
Didn't find anything
You can
in the
find
refuge.
more later.
Okay.
Nope, not yet. Who else was at the library?
I was.
And I was.
And probably
Okay.
Zuko.
Okay. So, Enzo, you were looking for stories of heroes.
Yeah,
right?
on this island, or heroes, or anyone that is acting differently, or anyone that would know anything from different lands, or...
Are
pretty
you
much-
looking up like modern stories,
Yeah.
or are you looking up like 300, 400,000 years ago.
Modern.
Okay. So this era within the last like 50 years. Got it. I don't think I have anything prepped for that, so I'll have to get back to you later.
Okay.
But
I sent you a whisper right after that.
I'm not seeing a whisper.
You sent it
right
to
under. I sent it to both. Haha! I sent it to myself.
Professional.
That'll do it.
I was like, "Who's Enzo?" It's me.
Who am I? Who are you?
On the recording,
Okay.
everyone would see me whisper myself.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll get back with you. Balaam, what were you looking for?
I was going to look up the the Dodger.
Oh, the Reef Dodger.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get back with you with specific dates, but essentially it's not one of the longer running ones. Like, Melora's Miss has been sailing for hundreds of years. This one has been sailing for maybe 60 years.
Okay.
And it's more of a hit and run kind of pirate. So they come in fast, grab what they can, and then book it.
Did their operate like I'm looking so things I'm hoping to glean from the information gathered is were their operations specifically out of certain areas that would have been that I could use to triangulate a specific point on a map to see if they had a central base or hideout where they stored their loot. Did they have known associations, people they partnered with or sold to frequently? And then any notable
Wait,
treasures that are thought.
Is he doing this near me? Looking up maps for
Probably. You guys are all
stuff that are travels and trade routes and stuff like that.
We've been
Pirate
working
history,
together.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I have with cartographers are able to do that and figure out where the trade routes and where the best trade routes would be.
We had their journal that said it.
Okay.
Didn't we?
So, Enzo, you're looking for modern
Yeah.
heroes, and you glance over and you see the map, and you're like, "Ooh, put that aside," and you go and peek over his shoulder, and you're able to go over it with him. By all records, and you guys did have the logs if you took them off the ship instead of leaving it.
I think Suko said he had them. So
Your understandings of geography make you easier to find paths to civilization, predict areas where villages and towns might be found, and to avoid becoming lost. Your studies also have maps that common patterns, such as how to travel routes evolve, where the settlements arise, relations to geography or locations are familiar to you.
So you are perfectly equipped to assist me in this.
Okay. So, everything you can find, it looks like they worked in between Serenity Bay, Cliffport, and a city on the end of Maglo, called Meadowcroft.
Meadowcroft?
Which is right there. It's not labeled yet. Meadowcroft, like Laura Croft.
Okay. There.
And it's right here. So they just kind of went here.
I think you're in GM
and then here.
No, she's not.
Oh,
I don't see it.
No, I'm on objects.
I can see it.
So Serenity Bay,
Something wrong?
to Maglo, then up to Cliffport, then back. That was kind of their triangle.
I was DC'd.
Okay, well, I'll be back because my computer just crashed.
Okay, be careful.
Wow. So, did they like make port in those cities, or did they have a separate place?
Well, you know, there's quite a bit of pirates that stop in Serenity Bay because it's pretty much a free port where as long as you're not attacking the city, you're okay.
As long as you obey the law within the city,
no.
what you do on seas doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That is, if you're spending the coin and not causing trouble in the city, they're not going to question you while you're in the city. So that's not too suspicious. Meadowcroft might be a base. It's, from what you can tell, it's a average size port town. A lot of Maglo is farming, and then they ship out food and stuff. And then Cliffport is like the one of the last stops in and out of the sea. So it's pretty typical to hang around there if you want to hit some big shipping merchants.
Okay.
It doesn't look like, from what you can tell, that they have a base other than hanging out a lot at Serenity Bay. Okay. Yeah, not that you can tell. And there's nothing in the log about anything that seemed suspicious.
Okay. Well, no big deal. Did they have any notable treasures that they found?
Well, they definitely like to take gems because they were easy to grab. And by all accounts, looking at the logs and everything, it seems like that particular crew is very likely to spend as soon as they got. So it's not like they were saving up more than the stash for the ship to keep it in good repair.
Okay, so no notable treasures, no hideout. Basically only worth their ship and themselves. Got it.
Yeah, pretty much. That particular one wasn't a huge threat.
Gonna scratch them out of my logbook then and put a little note that says worst pirates ever.
Hey, we got a lot of platinum.
Got one shot by a gnome.
Yes. Like I said, worst pirates ever. Not to discredit Suko. Suko's strong.
Yeah,
but
they were essentially guerrilla fighters. They would just hit you hard and get out fast.
Yeah, they're rookies is what they are.
Yeah. They're small time. But they were enough of a nuisance to warrant a pretty decent bounty.
Yeah, I'm gonna just fold up the map or roll up the maps, put them away, and just sigh and be like, "Well, that was a waste of time."
No, they showed you pretty good trade routes. If anything, there's probably a reason they went on those trade routes. The stream might be faster.
That is possible. However, for my purposes, it was useless.
You seem very negative. We'll have to talk more.
Somebody's gonna keep Balaam from going dark.
Maybe. Might just drive him further to it.
It's okay, Balaam.
No, we gotta prevent.
Lost. No, Suko's gone already. It's too late.
Suko's gone. He's tasting blood.
I was gonna say.
He blew up a full pirate ship. He's too far.
Too far gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, they were very low level.
With no
I kind of
hesitation,
feel
shot
bad.
a fireball.
No, you don't.
They had like 12 hit points each. They were.
Oh, so you killed them.
Yeah, I was going to say, Heather, I felt bad after I killed them because I thought about it and it was like, I didn't have to go 10 feet back out of counterspell range. After I one-shot them, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, so you guys were doing that, Suko. Were you setting up on anything?
I was actually just planning on let's see, I think I was Oh, I remember. I was making a permanent message stone for Ren's sister.
Ooh, okay.
A pair of 2 message stones.
So, So sending stones. Okay.
Yeah.
We already got it.
Or are you so lesser sending stones?
Yeah, just message stone. Something to play at in the backyard, like walkie-talkies.
Okay, so short range sending stones.
Yeah, well, 25-word sending stones.
But message is also the shorter range. Because
Yes,
sending
it's 125
is also 25 words. It's just
You're making Twitter rocks.
Yeah.
so. Yes, that's exactly what it is. And they have to
You
look
should
like birds.
so make them just make your little tinkering robot, make it a little bird, and just make that the stone.
Tinkering
robot
robot.
on her
Anyway.
shoulder.
So I assume throughout the day you're just gonna, you see a random kid, put the thought in their mind. See a random kid a few hours later, put the thought in their mind.
Find a kid hit in puberty, take that thought out of their head. Just save them.
Just rip their thoughts out. I can't rip the thought out. I have to change it. I'm not that powerful yet.
But still.
I can't full on Professor
Anyway.
X somebody yet.
Okay, so message is a cantrip, so that's going to take you a week and cost you 49 gold.
Okay.
So just keep track of that.
I'll minus off the gold now.
Yeah, you can go ahead and take it off now, and then you just got to track how many days you're working on it. Because essentially, it's you spend the gold to get the required materials, and then you're just using it up as you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else is doing something? Ren, you are going to see your brother. Okay, so you can go to the academy, and Ellie is following you.
Ellie, you don't have to follow me everywhere.
How can I protect you if I'm not with you? Oops, lost my accent.
I can defend myself. Plus, to be quite honest, the one that did most of the damage wasn't me. It was Suko.
But my oath has been sworn. If you were to die without me there to protect you, the shame would be unbearable. I mean, seeking revenge would mitigate that a little, but there's no way I could show my face in my herd again. If something would...
Damn you, Tiffany!
I have to pay my debt. If you order me to go, then I will go.
I am not your commander. I'm not your master. I'm a captain of a ship that you're a part of the crew of. You're an equal member.
Then you will allow me to keep protecting you?
Do I have a fucking choice?
I suppose. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd rather you didn't, but I suppose you do.
I know what I would have said.
You said you swore an oath to me.
Yes.
While I'm here, no one will do damage to me. Because right now I'm going to see my brother. And it would be quite difficult to explain to him why I have a centaur following me.
Our centaur's not welcome in this city.
You're the first one I've ever seen.
So, would my being with you would cause you danger?
It's not that it would cause me danger. It's that a lot of people don't understand. And there's likely to be people that are going to act out against it.
Ellie is very, very uncomfortably stepping from hoof to hoof.
You can follow me, but you need to
Thank you.
understand. You need to understand that even though you've made an oath to me that you did not need to do, the one that truly saved you was Suko, not I.
Right?
He killed most of his pirates. I just sailed the ship.
But you're the captain of the ship, were you not? Did you not give the order to attack?
I told them to be ready. The pirates attacked first. We retaliated.
I see. However, I see no way to extricate myself from my oath.
I'm not telling you to, but I'm letting you
They really
know.
aren't transferable.
What?
They really aren't transferable.
I understand that. You're the one that went right into pledging an oath. I didn't ask you to do that. I would have taken you anywhere you wanted to go.
Ellie's kind of hanging her head.
I understand there's honor in it. I understand you have a place of importance when it comes to such oaths. And I will honor it as best as I can. But there will be many times where I'll need to be alone, where I'll need to think. I need you to trust me that nothing will happen, so that I may do what must be done.
Whatever you need.
You may accompany me to see my brother.
Thank you.
Just please be aware. If I ask for a long time, if I ask for a moment alone, respect that.
Of course.
Thank you.
Ellie starts smiling again as they move on.
So, after a little bit of time, you're able to find your brother, moving between classes. Seems like he settled in pretty well. And he sees you, pauses for a minute, sees Centaur, looks real confused, excuses himself from his friends and comes over.
It's a long story, lad.
All right.
You know those tales of centaurs pledging oaths, and they're like,
I've heard one or two, yes.
this is proof of it. Saved their life. She pledged an oath to me.
Ellie
Looks
waves.
back and forth between you two like
I don't understand.
You guys have to be joking.
I don't understand it either.
Okay.
I didn't even do the saving, to be honest with you.
Why are you here? I mean,
To see you, to let you
assume
know our mother's.
everything's okay?
Yes, I came to see you to make sure you're alright, to let you know our mother is alright and where she is. So that if you choose
Wasn't
to wait
expecting you guys back until closer to the end of the year. But
I'm a blade
so
lad.
you guys settled.
I'm a blade lad. She's got a house. Geraldine has A nice little play area in the back with 2 ships that the group made for her. She's become right. Aye, she's got 2 ships in the backyard of their new house. She's playing pirates now. Not my idea.
Completely healthy. Yes, that is wonderful. Okay. Well, I mean, at least they're all right.
Like, just wanted to let you know everything's fine where our mother is, in case you need to write to her or you want to go see her.
All right. And you're able to write down the address and give it to him. Well, I mean, I'm not going to be able to go visit until at least the end of the year since, you know, classes.
Which is perfectly fine.
So, how's it going with the situation with Dad?
The debt's been paid. He's working his arse off for the priest of the Raven Queen.
You paid it?
Aye, we paid it.
You paid it all already?
On our way back, we were attacked by some idiots for pirates. Took the captain, his deck mages, and the ship, and were able to pay off the debt.
Okay.
And our dear old father is working off his debt with the Raven Queen priests. They're working him to the bone, making sure he stays out of trouble.
Hopefully it works.
We'll see. But I'll send my mother and Sarah Dean your regards if you want.
Kind of looks awkward for a moment. It's like, well, if there's nothing else, I kind of got studies to get back to.
It's perfectly fine. I just wanted to see you, you bloody fool.
Okay. He awkwardly holds out a hand for a handshake. Goodbye handshake.
Shake his hand and walk away.
Okay. All right. Anyone we didn't get to yet?
Wait, hold on. When he walked away,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "So that was your brother?
Yes, it was.
Doesn't look a thing like you."
It's another long story.
I'm a bit confused. You said your sister had 2 ships in the backyard?
Aye, we had a carpenter in the group for a while. He built her 2 ships in the backyard, so she had somewhere to play with the other children of the town.
Aren't ships those big things that float on the water?
Yes, these are about a quarter of the size, meant to stay on land, specifically for the purpose of children playing.
That's strange.
It's not as strange as I think. Some children like to play pirates. Ships help it along. Unfortunately, my sister is taken to the game much sooner than most.
But she's not actually a pirate, is she?
No, she's not a pirate. She's playing pirates. If she ever became a pirate, I'd for damn sure to make sure it's stopped right in its tracks. It'll never happen with her.
Your relationship with your siblings is very odd.
Oh, to be quite honest with you, I didn't even know I had a sister until about a month and a half ago.
How does that happen?
I
Is your
was at
sister
sea.
very young?
I was at sea for a very long time. She's about 5-6 years old.
You were at sea for 6 years?
I was a privateer, doing mostly pirate hunts and shots.
Wait, we're not going to be on the water for 6 years, are we?
No, we're not going to be on the sea for 6 years.
Oh,
It just so happened that the captain I was working for, on and off, I was working for him for about 10 years. I wouldn't see my mother for the simple fact of I'd end up killing my father if I did. A drunkard, gambling fool. And I was working mainly to pay off his fucking debts.
I don't know exactly what gambling is or what debts are, but it doesn't sound good. But is that how you say goodbye, shaking hands?
Aye, it is.
So how do you say goodbye to someone who isn't a relative? If you shake hands for your relatives, and you say goodbye to other people?
My brother and I don't exactly have a very strong relationship.
But you knew he existed before 2 months ago, right?
Aye, I did.
I see.
He's only 3-4 years younger than I. Maybe more. Was my sister? I was at sea, working, paying off my debts.
I'm very confused. Perhaps we should just move on.
Aye, it's easier that way.
Does your sister look anything like...
Anything else?
What was that, Ellie?
For her sake, I hope not.
Does your sister look anything like you?
Oh, she doesn't look anything like my brother, if that's what you're asking.
No, I was asking if she looked like you. She looks like your brother?
She does not look like my brother. She looks human, like I.
And what was he?
He's a tiefling.
But you're not a tiefling.
No, but my dad is.
I'm confused. Again, we should just move on.
So just wait till she meets her parents. So anything else for that day? Or anything else for the next few days until the bird hatches that you guys are wanting to do? Anything extra?
Odd jobs fishing like I always do. Even though I'm going to have a centaur on the rowboat with me.
Oh no, she'll be on the shore watching you from a distance out there in the water.
I'd be rowing around the cliff's edge to where she wouldn't see me.
Oh, she'd run around the cliffs
Okay,
wherever she needed to go.
Halloran side doesn't really have cliffs. Cliffport side is like all cliff. No, Cliffport is all cliffs. Halloran side is mostly beach. No, there's cliffs like further up north, but that's about it.
Okay.
So would be doing.
Alright, so yeah, then she'd see me off the edge fishing.
The only other thing Suko would be doing is studying the Luvest crystal. However, did we hear what Modern Heroes? I forgot his name.
Yep.
Enzo.
I am going to have to get back with him on that because I don't have. See, it was bad enough with Yvelda where it's like, okay, I got to come up with stories, you know.
Well, literally, just find your favorite
stories.
weapon in D&D Beyond and just throw something together. And I'll be like, yeah, I know that. Yep, I read that one.
Yeah.
I don't need the whole story. Just cool weapon, person, what they did. Just.
Yeah, but I gotta figure out where.
Points. Yeah.
I would actually show him Tempest, so you could actually see it.
Oh yeah, That's the one that hit
Or
me.
New Tempest.
Yeah, I would sketch it because I won't take your weapon from you. I have to do it
I'll
really
show
fast
him.
though because it'll keep disappearing on me.
I think at the end of the first day, I'd probably show him the Luvest crystal.
Was this the heroes?
No, I mean, it might have been.
Oh,
I don't know. I got it from not the original owner.
so you stole it?
No, he was more repossessed.
It was stolen, and we took it from the place where it was stolen to.
Two wrongs don't make a right, but okay.
It's not necessarily a wrong. It would have been left there to rot. We couldn't find the original owner, so it was left unclaimed.
Oh, but you
We're
tried.
just-
Okay.
It was a right done.
That really awkward moment when I had to resist my inner Kazakh saying in Suko's voice, I got it fair and square. I really had to resist that.
The thing is, Isuko would say something like that too.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, studying the crystal, you can be studying it. Thank you. In the chamber with the egg, and it hatches on the 24th. So you guys are only in town for 2 days. So you guys arrived the evening of the 21st, and the 24th around 1 o'clock in the afternoon it hatches. And when it starts to hatch, the other druids all step back so you can be closest and it can imprint on you. And
Oh, I was gonna say I wanted to start. I was gonna ask Balin to help me enchant something because he was showing Suko. So I was like, ooh, magic. That's cool.
yeah, you guys can be doing that. What are you working on?
Just putting blade ward on my armor.
Oh, okay. So we'll get to that in a second. So yeah, you now have your Firebird's stat page in a journal. So it peeks out of the egg and kind of climbs out. And it just moves straight through the embers, not even feeling them. And it kind of looks at you and chirps a little bit, and then hops up in your hand. And it's a like it's a chick sized. It's little, and it seems to like you. It's red and orange and yellow feathers, and after a moment, it does take off real quick around the room, and the wings essentially turn into fire while it flies.
Okay.
And then it comes back and lands in your hands and kind of chirps at you again.
Do you need a token for it?
I don't know if you're gonna put it in combat or anything, but I can probably find one if I need it.
I don't know. That's sick, nasty.
Yeah, but not great AC or hit points, and you
No.
haven't done the bonding with it yet.
It's also very slow at flying.
Well, it's also a baby.
Yeah, true.
Some of this may improve later because it grows up, but for now it's just a baby, so it's not great.
Okay.
The fact that it can fly at all straight out of hatching is kind of impressive.
Yeah.
So there's that. And Enzo, Blade Ward, what level is
Cantrip.
that? Is that a cantrip? Okay, so a week, 49 gold worth of items.
Okay.
Just start tracking it.
I'll mark it down.
So,
He broke.
And yes.
Trying to think of, so I'm would I be I figure what I could do is I can like lay the foundations for the spell and like the basic enchanting patterns and all of that, and then all he has to do is apply the spell at the end of the duration, if that makes sense. So what would that do as an enchantment?
Enzo, you have
I have
Blade Ward as
yes.
well, right?
I just don't know magic like he knows magic.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so he has
Okay.
the spell. I'm providing the
so
guidance
you're
and
just
structure.
guiding him. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how that'll work, but I will get back with you.
Yeah, it's just resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from weapon attacks. It has to be a weapon. So anything that's not a weapon still does normal damage.
But yeah, having that as a constant is very powerful, so it's gonna have to be like so many uses per day, and I will get back with you.
Could we spend more time on it, up the rarity and the cost, and make it a
Yes,
permanent?
if you spend more time, it's going to be a lot of time. Like I'm talking months and months on this before
What's
it's done. If
the-
you want it to be
what would the
constant,
rarity?
permanent. I don't know because that's a little out of the bounds. I got to think about it.
Okay, that's fine. Nick, would you rather do a permanent instead of a use per day?
Yeah. So use per day, I could just use the cantrip.
That's true.
So then never mind. I'll just take my gold back. I'll figure something else.
Well, we could spend the time to make it permanent.
So we're good.
It's just that's pretty powerful to have that constantly because it's what resistance.
It's just
To
weapon.
weapon
Good resistance to. Yeah, but it's still pretty powerful. So, I mean, it wouldn't be like a full year like a lot of things would require, but it would be a few months at least for it to be constant.
Okay, moving on.
Anything else before we wrap up? Yep. Okay. Then we will wrap up with the hatching.
Okay.
Hope you enjoy the new members of the Pixie Hunt.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely enjoying Enzo. Ellie, not so much.
Oh, Ellie's great.
Oh, you don't like Ellie?
Ellie's great, except for the fact that she is my shadow.
He doesn't like his new babysitter.
Because Joe can tell you, in our Saturday game, I do everything possible to try and fucking lose him.
Well, don't worry. I'm probably gonna die in tomorrow's game.
We're all.
Let somebody else do the shadow?
Yeah, but if I don't die, then instead I'm gonna become the new Baphomet. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, in the Saturday game, after